shot.
Take your swing.
Take your shot.
Bring everything
you've got. We'll still be standing when it's done. No shortcuts.
No shortcuts.
No excuses.
No excuses.
No mercy.
No mercy.
No regret. They want it.
They want it.
But they don't know where we've been.
Where we've been.
They want gold. They want glory.
They don't know the whole story.
They want it.
Too late.
We already live here. Everybody wants the view
Until they climb the mountain.
Yeah. You know who showed up. Everybody talks when the lights are low. Everybody's got a plan till it's time to go. Everybody wants a shot at the headline name till they get too close to the flame. We don't show up looking for permission. We don't wait around for somebody's decision. Came too far, got too much at stake. And kings don't ask, kings take. You can feel it in the room. Something's about to break. We're bad for business, bad for the competition. Every time we show up, everybody pays attention. Bad for business, bad for your predictions. You can bet against us, but that's your bad decision. Whole lot of talk, whole lot of noise. Everybody trying to be the boys. Everybody chasing what we built, but pressure separates the real. You can see it in their eyes tonight. Some came to play, some came to fight. And when the dust finally settles down, only one name's gonna stick around. Hear the crowd getting loud. Hear the walls start to shake. We're bad for business, bad for the competition. Every time we show up, everybody pays attention. Bad for business, bad for your predictions. You can bet against us, but that's your bad decision. No shortcuts, no luck, no handouts, no love, just work, just scars, just everything that got us this far. We're bad for business, bad for the competition. Every time we show up, everybody pays attention. Bad for business, bad for your predictions. You can bet against us, but that's your bad decision. You're looking for a seat? Wrong place. Yeah. Everybody wants a view. Everybody wants the crown. Funny how they show up now when we're the ones holding it down. They see the banner, see the lights, think they're ready for the fight, but they don't know the price. Long roads, cold nights, build this one brick at a time. No vacancy, the throne is occupied. No vacancy, you came too late this time. No vacancy, read the warning sign. No vacancy, this kingdom's mine. Every challenger looks the same. Big talk and a borrowed name. They want the glory, want the fame, but they don't want the weight. Every scar behind these walls, every rise after every fall. This ain't luck, this is what greatness costs. Stand back, look close, see exactly who runs the show. Kingdom's mine. If you want it, take your shot. If you're ready, give all you got. But understand, before you try, the crown survive, the weak don't. No. Still alive. Everybody wants the crown until they learn what it weighs. Say my name. Say my name when the lights go. Everybody wants the headline. Everybody wants the fame. Everybody talks a big game till they gotta prove the name. Walking, whole room changes, whole crowd starts looking our way. They don't gotta like it, they already know who we are. Look alive, we're about to take over. Say my name, say my name, say my name when the lights go on. Say my name. That's the difference. That's the reason. When we walk in, everybody changes. Everybody changes. They know the name, they know the face, they know exactly what happens when we enter the place. No introductions, no explanations, just another reminder of who's setting the pace. Look, everybody got a plan till the pressure starts hitting. Everybody got confidence till the score starts shifting. Everybody talks tough till they stand in position and reality lands and they lose their vision. Built this from losses, built this from pain. Now everybody wants what we earned in the game. No luck, no breaks, just everything it takes. That's the difference. That's the reason. When we walk in, everybody changes. Not requested, not elected. We became the standard. Heavy boots, heavy crown, heavy pressure, every round. Everybody wants a shot till they're staring down the barrel now. No panic, no doubt, this is what we're about. They keep asking who's next, we're asking who's left. Tough, cheap, pressure, expensive. Everybody got confidence till the bracket gets offensive. Whole room gets quiet, whole crowd gets attentive. When the names hit the screen, everybody gets defensive. No heroes, no miracles, no fairy tales tonight. Just work, just scars and a scoreboard full of fights. Woo! You feel that? That's pressure.
No.
That's us. Watch the room go quiet. Everybody talking big till they see who they're standing beside. Every banner on the wall,
Every name they recall.
funny how the conversation changes when the giants start to walk.
Watch them stare.
Watch them stare. No luck, no favors, no accidents here. We run this town.
Run this town.
Every road, every blue lights,
Black sky.
AFL. Feel the city hold its breath. Everybody placing bets. 32 names in the dark. 32 flames waiting for a spark.
Heavy boots on concrete floors. Every champion wants more. No words, no need to explain. Everybody knows the game.
Look around.
Feel the pressure and the sound.
Blue fire in our veins. No fear, no change.
We came too far to turn around. Now the whole world hears the sound.
Blue fire in our eyes.
Nobody here survives on days with enough. Late nights built this legacy. Every scar became a memory. Every loss became a lesson. Every win became a weapon.
See the banners in the blue. Every dream coming into view. One more step, one more climb.
Everybody wants this night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is an early start because both teams, they are ready and set to go. First matchup for the evening, we've got Immortal Order Goliath up against Salvatore Syndicate. Right, Salvatore Syndicate, currently an undefeated team, and IO Goliath fighting for the top 4 spot. So, you know, this is definitely a match that needs to be contested for. IOG, they definitely want to fight to pick up the dubs here. And Salvatore Syndicate, they want to fight to not get an L or the first L in their group stages. But in any case, on the casting panel tonight, we've got the one, the only, Mr. Waylander, and we're joined by Zuero tonight. So, gents, how are you feeling tonight as we're going to jump into the drafting phase without further ado?
Well, you know, while I was listening to you do the introduction, nice introduction there, Scotty, I was looking at the highlight video, and you know, it's good. You got all the photos of the teams and the players, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you know, how many people from this in that setup I've coached at some point in time. It's quite nice to see their faces there. It just goes to show like that the server is well and truly on its way to a certain level of improvement, which makes me excited. Now, in this game, Zuero, we've got Immortal Order Goliath, which is Immortal Order's B team, who have been performing fairly well, but they're up against, I'd say, the dark horse of the competition, Salvatore Syndicate, of the unranked teams. And I'm saying unranked simply because this is their very first tournament together. They're my favorite of the dark horse teams. The way they draft, the way they play, the players in here, it's actually something special to watch. Like, I think we're watching the birth of a star squad coming out with Salvatore Syndicate. I don't know what you think.
I definitely agree with you on that. Like, Salvatore Syndicate has been such a powerful heavyweight in this tournament. Really, they're showcasing a very brilliance in their drafting as well as their combat powers. It's looking like a very unknown talent, just showcasing how very disciplined they are, just really trying to make an impression in this tournament. So I'm very looking forward to see how exactly are they going to bring in this match.
Yeah. And they've got some very, very strong players in their lineup. But I know Immortal Order Goliath, that they do their research, their homework, they come up with strategies as to how they can swing the game in their favor. You notice that they started off with a Harith ban, which is not a typical first ban to come through. Right? It just tells us that they've been looking at the side of Salvatore Syndicate. They've done their homework. They've realized that Salvatore Syndicate like to play and draft around the Harith pick. And Harith, he's pretty solid in the gold lane. I'd say he's in the top, say, 5 picks that you can have in the gold lane at this moment.
I do agree. I would say that it's a very strategic idea in the way that Immortal Order is playing through with these respected bans. I can very much think that this is due to the fact that they are just fighting to be in the top 4, and it's also Salvatore Syndicate is such a strong heavyweight. As I said before, it's not surprising to see a Immortal Order Goliath coming up with this very sophisticated drafting, especially with these sequence of bans, really just targeting the opposition on their side. It just gives an impression that Immortal Order certainly has a strategy in mind. They know what they're up against. They know that they are fighting a real Goliath on the opposition, so they have to bring in their ultimate A game.
Yeah. I mean, but strangely enough, though, neither team banning out Paquito. I played up against a Paquito in rank earlier today, and I was just... I actually had to adjust my build like 2 or 3 times in order to deal with the Paquito. I was like, the guy is dead. He's like 2 hits away, and then he just double first skills, and the shield it's larger than his actual health bar. I'm like, what is this? This is just not right. He's so unkillable. But Immortal Order Goliath leaving it open, which is quite interesting considering Phoveus has been banned. So Paquito on the XP lane might not be I mean, look at that. King Kage already locking onto that Paquito pick. The Pac-Man is, I think, the pinnacle of meta at this moment. So let me ask you this question. Do you think, because it's a toss-up between two heroes right now, as in which is the most meta or the strongest in the current meta? Paquito versus Marcel.
Paquito versus Marcel.
Who's more for priority pick?
Ooh, for me, I could say, I would say Marcel. The frozen freeze is just too extreme. That's okay.
He does
Yes.
control way too much in the jungle, and I mean, Paquito still has one counter, which is the Esmeralda, but Salvatore Syndicate realizing that is like, yeah, okay, fine, no problems. Let's just pick the Esmeralda up, because Esmeralda is a decent XP laner. She only really struggles against heroes like Dyroth, though Dyroth's not a typical pick that you'd see in the 5-man situation. Do you think that might be not a bad option for the side of Immortal Order Goliath? Maybe just go for something off meta but hard counter.
Your team is picking.
I don't think they would actually go with something like that. It doesn't really align with their drafting at this point because they do definitely have an offensive power, but I'm just not sure right now.
Yeah. It looks like they tried to match sustain with sustain, picking up the Alice on the XP lane, just to deal with the poke damage and sustainability from an Esme. And Stony C9, I'm fully with you. Paquito and strangely enough Glue are usually my auto bans when I'm playing solo queue. It's just like if I'm in that set of people who are going to be banning, it's one of the two that I'm banning out.
Your team is banning.
Though strangely enough, right, I have noticed something a bit interesting about Hanzo. Recently, his ultimate's very spammable. I wonder if he could. I know the jungles have already been picked and we're into the second phase of the banning phase, right? But I wonder if Hanzo may have, I wouldn't say a place in the meta, but at least the opportunity to be picked up. Because the update to the way his ultimate works now is kind of crazy. It's very, very spammable.
Really? Like, what is his cooldown on his ultimate right now?
So there's this. I like. Okay, I'm just sort of paraphrasing here, so I need to read the patch notes properly. But there's something that happens when he's in his ultimate stage, and then he cancels it out. It reduces the cooldown of it drastically, so you can use it again within the next maybe I think like 10 or 15 seconds. Whereas previously he'd have to wait like close to around 40 seconds for him to use it again, which means now he can go in, dive the mid lane, potentially get a pick off, or get somebody low, cancel that ultimate, go back to farming for just a couple of seconds, and then just back in again. It means he can be consistent. And Toxic Nemesis, yeah, I agree with you. Hanzo is, I think, in my opinion, a bit underrated. Stony C9, you can handle the glue. You're a better man than I am, because glue with that disruption, oh my word, it's so crazy. It's just like, just when you think you've got him, I can't tell you the number of games, right, where the glue is like one hit away from dying, and then just as that one hit is about to go in, he lands the grab, and the next thing you know, he's just going to regen all over again, and it's just like starting from scratch. Oh my goodness, I hate that hero.
I totally agree. Gugu is such an extreme menace. This is why sometimes I would just consider banning him out. He's just an absolute monster right now. And it's kind of interesting how in this matchup, nobody decided to ban a glue, interestingly enough.
Yeah. because the disruption ability is quite high. Now, we've just got gold laners and mid laners to pick. With Ego for IOG already locking onto the YSS, which means they've got a marksman. Then going
Yes.
for another 2 marksmen means you could be having like a triple marksman pick here. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, I see what you mean. That would be.
Oh my word. We're actually going to see a triple marksman pick. We've got Carry, Kiwi, and YSS. If they actually get a solid early game, like a start, right, it's going to be madness. Because how do you deal with the triple MM combo? Apart from obviously putting pressure on them in the early game so that they don't snowball out of control.
I personally do not like this kind of drafting with 3 marksmen. It kind of already spells a lot of softiness. Like, these are just a squishy lineup so far, and it really puts a lot of focus onto Alice and both Badang to be the main frontliners on the side of Immortal Order Goliath. But let's see how things goes.
Yeah, and that's especially with the Eve and Hylos combination. With the Paquito as well. So you're looking at that trio in the mid lane. They are, like I'm saying this with 99% degree of certainty. They are going to be in a lot of trouble in the early part of this game. But Scrubby, the lines have been drawn. The drafts have been made. We're into game number 1. Who are you favoring in this matchup based on the draft?
Just based on the draft, I'm going to have to go with Salvatore Syndicate. Like I see the vision that IOG went for, but going for team fights, etc., and or contesting for objectives, as Salvatore Syndicate has got this team SS.
Yeah. It's going to put a lot of pressure here onto Jakes as the roamer to be able to deal with this. Oh, there's the dive in by Esmeralda, but she's being poked out by Death Eater. However, the play comes in from the rest of Salvatore Syndicate. We expected them to go in with this heavy jungle invade, heavy pressure. Oh, but Alice is going to punish them for this. Paquito did get the steal onto the buff. So it's a 2-for-1 trade-off going in favor of Salvatore Syndicate. Meanwhile, in the gold lane, Achilles almost taking out Rain. Look, Scarpy, like I know how much you love the gold lane. You've been it's been your favorite lane for the longest time. Even when, and I'm just gonna put this out there, even when we play other games, right, other types of games, if there's a gun somewhere along the line, we know that Scarpy's gonna be picking it up and shooting things. Carry is quite a strong gold laner at this moment, like in terms of 1v1 capabilities.
You know, ironically, you have to say that you had to mention other games. How many times, if you look at other games, and I was having a conversation with other individuals from the community today, right? Ironically, you know, I've always wanted to be a DPS, but in any case, we do see the engagement currently onto IOG as it's once again a double kill getting picked up by the Esmeralda. Blaze picking up a double kill, 4-1 and 0 at this moment for the Esmeralda, right? As I want to continue my sentence, first turtle of the match does go in favor of Salvatore Syndicate. How often do you see me being the DPS in any game, bro?
Well, when we were playing Dota, oh, nice engagement from King Kage as he throws out a couple of punches in there with that. Paquito goes for the stealer's way as well. His team doing an excellent job of zoning. And this should be stolen with a couple of kills as well. So this triple MM strategy not really paying off for the side of IOG. Too susceptible to early game invades. Meanwhile, Carry trying to make the turnaround here. Achilles gets a solo kill in the bot lane. Maybe there's a little bit of hope.
Yeah, there could be, as we do see it. It's currently a double kill coming up for the Eve as the RWM has been committed. Ego being forced back with a YSS. And if we mention Dota, right? I wasn't even playing marksman. I was playing mid. If you remember, I was playing the sniper. That is a mid laner. But in any case, right? when we go to Throne of Liberty, I was the tank. When we go to Where Winds Meet, I'm the healer. You know, I never get to actually pick up that gun and do damage, right? Even with Saints, I'm playing roam when it comes into practices. But in any case, Spear of Destruction being committed, and it's Tyrese getting taken down by Achilles. As Blaze coming up with this Esmeralda being so devastating right now.
Lovely first crack coming through from Jakes as he got the setup. And Achilles picking up a double. He's already on a killing spree. And if we take a look at the gold on the carry, the only person higher in terms of gold lead is Blaze on Esmeralda. And, well, in terms of scaling, right, if you get this carry online, she can melt through the entire team. She just has to maybe pick up wind to deal with the Paquito, because he's going to try to hard focus, but he's unstoppable for Blaze. However, carry with the turnaround, but that's what we were talking about with the Paquito. The shutdown even goes to Blaze. Oh my goodness, this Esmeralda is so fed.
Yeah, that's a 3-0 exchange going in favor of Salvatore Syndicate, as we will make that a 4-0 exchange as Esmeralda picks up yet another kill onto the Bedang. And this will be that golden shield taken down on this tier 1 turret in the mid lane. This could be potentially 2 tier 1 turrets, as we do see Moskov is currently shredding through the tier 1 and the bot lane as well.
Yeah, somebody needs to tell Blaze sharing is caring, bro. Sharing is caring. Guy is eating too much.
Well, we do not see Blaze's boyfriend in the live chat tonight. So I don't understand where this motivation is coming through from Blaze right now.
Who knows? Maybe he's traveled in paradise, taking out some anger and aggression in the game. You never know. Never know.
Well, in any case, it's just past the 5-minute mark. It's 8 kills advantage of Salvatore Syndicate, and it's also a stomping 4.1k gold lead as well. It's not looking very good for IOG at this moment, but I mean, it ain't over till the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, now lovely claw play coming through as we see the glorious pathway being committed as Esme dives in onto Paquito, throws out the punch combination onto Carry, who does dash back to reposition, but the real manipulation traps everybody in zone, and that's going to be another kill. Jakes is trying to two-step it on the dance floor on this little disco dice that's been set up by Luxana here in the mid lane, and the pressure once more. It's Throne of Ruin coming in as a bit of a counter to engage. Luxana being engaged upon the teammates close by to try to deal with us. Luxana almost escaping, but there's Moskov Rain. He wants to rein in the shots, but oh my goodness, between King Kage on the Paquito and Blaze on this Esmeralda, the amount of shields that are there, it's just, how do you kill the two of them right now?
And ironically, the Esmeralda doing so good with what? There's only the Alice that you can really count as a tank. And okay, the Bedang also going full tank. But Esmeralda not actually capitalizing to a full potential. But this Esmeralda is being so devastating, as we do see the first crack coming in from Bedang onto Blaze. But it's like, look, Blaze is still full HP. That was like nothing being done.
Nothing, bro. That was legitimately like nothing being done. Now the judge dive in once more. They chasing down Ego. He tries to use the mountain shocker. Real well manipulation comes out. And this is what, 21-7 in the 7-minute mark. That's 3 kills a minute, Scalpy. 3 kills a minute.
It's massive. It's massive. And it's looking very dire for IOG right now, because I mean, it's also a 7k gold lead. It's going to be very difficult. The Salvatore Syndicate going for the third and final turtle of this match. But Dang does actually pick up a kill onto Moskov. However, we do see the Throne of Ruin does land onto the Paquito. Right, but Salvatore Syndicate, they wouldn't be too worried about the Moskov being taken down, because, I mean, Esmeralda... Bro, look at Esmeralda's score right now. It's 12-1-5. Like, would you even guess that from an XP laner? At this 8-minute mark?
That's crazy, bro. That's 17 kills. She's been involved in 2 kills. per minute in terms of what's going on. Once more, they're zoning in. Tier 2 turrets are down everywhere except the top lane, which means potential, or at least top and mid, now that I notice it. Potential to try and take down some Holy Shields. Real world manipulation being cast by Luxana just to zone away. But with the MMs, they can actually get rid of that waves before the Holy Shield comes through, but the glorious pathway has been committed. The dive in here as they get the controller to Alice, who uses the Throne of Ruin to try to get some form of setup. Lovely play from Post Toasty, who at least gets one kill in response, but the damage output from the side of Salvatore, Syndicate, way too much for Jakes. He's been coming up with the plays right throughout the course of this match. He catches 2 with the wall. A Holy Shield finally being taken down in the bot lane and should be the mid to follow suit. So that's all Holy Shields with 30 seconds to go for the Lord.
Well, I mean, look, it was a 2-for-3 exchange going in favor of Salvatore Syndicate. IOG, they need to be respectful of Salvatore Syndicate at this moment. Because when it comes to sets and the way they're utilizing onto the 3 MMs right now, IOG's got too many squishes on the back line.
The only thing they can hope for is defense. If they can defend this solidly, but it's going to take quite a bit of time more. I'd estimate like another 6 or 7 minutes for them to come online.
Yeah. Look, it can be very devastating. But IOG, the only thing that they need to do right now is just delay this match and get the defense up and running. Look, they do have the opportunity to get the defense running, but yeah, they need to play with a lot of discipline right now.
Here, dive in onto the back line by Blaze, but not managing to catch onto the target. However, Jakes is trying to control up, just wants to create space for his team to mount a defense. So far, wave equilibrium not exactly synced up. The Lord wave coming through right now, with IOG doing their best to try to disrupt this. Can they get this done? I think they might have just made sure that the weak wave equilibrium's out of sync.
Well, let's see how it's going to play out. As we do see, Kimmy is currently just spamming a cannon blaster. As we do see, the RWM does land onto 2. Paquita picking up the WQ, and as we do see, Alice picking up a double kill as well. Esmeralda jumping onto the back line. It is currently a 3-for-2 exchange, and the Lord is still up and standing. As we do see the next tier 3 turret getting taken down. The wall coming in from the Badang. But Eve takes down the Badang, and this will be game set match going in favor of Salvatore Syndicate.
Yeah, well, very strong performance from them in the first game. Very, very, very strong. Continuing with their undefeated streak.
Yep, and Death Eater unfortunately picking up a box of chocolates, 1, 9, and 4. But Post Toasty picking up the MVP with the Alice, and the MVP definitely going to the Esmeralda. 13, 1, and 8. 11 minutes and 4 seconds going to the first match.
So on to the second game we go. I would definitely expect a little bit of a change in the draft for IOG. 2-2 late game of scaling composition they had. Though my game seems to have bugged.
That's fine. I'm busy setting up everything and just resetting and whatnot.
Yeah, I definitely did not like the marksman composition. That it was really revealing though.
I mean, we're in the sustain meta, so you need to have a couple of frontliners in order to give your backliners the time to farm up and deal with it. Let me just get myself back into the lobby. My goodness, I don't know what was going on there. But the game is telling me that everybody's offline. Okay. Scavi, are you offline?
No, sir, I'm online.
Okay, all right, now it's adjusted itself. All right, I'm back in the lobby. Okay, I don't know what. Fortunately, the technical glitches were on my side and not yours.
Oh.
But anyway, we've got the players ready and set it's time for game number 2. This time round, Salvatore Syndicate will be going with the first picks, first bans. As we head into the drafting phase once more, it's Tyreek with that very first ban. And since they first pick and first ban, I actually don't expect them to ban out the Marquee. So it did really, really well for them. You might as well leave it open. I'm assuming probably a Marcel to start.
I mean, banning out Marcel will be it's a good idea. I mean, it's a conventional one.
Your team is
Well, not sure about the Ruby ban here.
Look, Ruby with the update is much stronger. Maybe they want to go for something with a little bit more mobility, a little bit of a less of a short range in terms of the gold lane, because Ruby can be flexed into either gold lane or XP lane. So it doesn't reveal too much of the strategy that Salvatore Syndicate wish to go for, but I've noticed from across the entire tournaments so far, they do love to get rid of the Phoveus.
Yes, they do. I kind of suspect that it's usually in the case of whether they want to pick out Paquito or rather Harith, because Harith excels well in the absence of Paquito. But I'm very looking forward to see what kind of draft is Salvatore Syndicate going to bring.
Your team is banning.
Yeah, they're leaving the Marcel open. So now IOG have a couple of choices to make. Are they going to go for that Marcel ban? I strongly recommend going for the Marcel ban.
Ooh.
But they decide on the Harith. So, yeah, there we go. I mean, you just can't leave this hero open.
Yeah, they should have definitely banned out Marcel. Like, it was just a clean opening right there.
Yeah, it was. And this means like that the play style of Marcel is just that constant poke and invade. We're going to see a start probably similar to the start that we had in the last game for Salvatore Syndicate. IOG need to draft to try to deal with that. And Zetian is one of those heroes really good at doing so.
Definitely, the pick on Zetian is a very good one. I would say the Marcel pick is also good, but looking at this, I'm not entirely certain whether it's a good idea to pick out Flint this very on, especially not noting on what the opposition will pick as the marksman. However, the pick on Sora, I'm guessing it's more inclined with the fact that IOG already picked out Zetian, so there's not going to be a counter pick to Valentina. So I'm thinking that this Sora pick is going to be a devastating element who will definitely just going to synergize with Marcel. That just bringing the whole level of crowd control. It's going to be devastating.
Yeah, most definitely so. And it's just a question of do they go for a Valentina pick now, IOG, or are they just going to be trying to lock onto something else? You can see they're even debating, because granted, we're not there on the VC with them, but you can definitely tell there's a debate going on. Valentina, yes or no?
And
Team is banning.
luckily enough, they went with Kufra, who definitely can just bring out a level of interruption onto Sora there, because Sora kind of has some dashes when he's in his thunder form, so that could potentially have some essentially disruptive element. So that's why I'm thinking that
Your team is
picking out the Kufra was a very clever move.
Yeah, Kufra is quite a strong aroma at this particular moment in time. Now we're in that second banning phase. Do you think that Salvatore Syndicate will use one of their bans onto the Valentina?
I don't think so, because they already registered, the opposition already picked out Zekin. A Valentina XP is viable though, but I don't have strong faith in it. But usually I cannot contest against it. Valentina XP can be just more viable, but I don't have much knowledge on its combat power. But it could bring a lot of value.
Yeah, well, in terms of gaining that extra XP from the XP lane, yes, definitely. So, and if you're going to go Valentina on the XP lane, then you just have to throw in a tank jungle, and it is kind of set up for that at this moment in time because Akai is still open, and Akai would synergize very nicely into the draft that they have. So if I was IOG, I'd be looking at getting the two picks that I'm really looking for, which is the Akai and the Valentina choices. And yeah, Claude is a very solid ban, knowing that he has that backline dive potential onto the Zetien. So far, it's looking like if they pick up that Akai and they pick up the Valentina, they could do something. But what will the side of Salvatore Syndicate do? Can they disrupt this? Because right now, it's a choice between either getting rid of Akai or getting rid of Valentina.
I'm not entirely certain on what exactly are they going to ban here, but I'm very curious to see what it is. But looking at what you just said about either Akai there or the Valentina element, I would have preferred if they picked out the Akai in the previous match because like they had a very soft lineup, which was extremely unfavorable. But so far they again with the YSS, and I'm gonna just think like this. With this lineup, I would prefer a fighter gold, but they already locked in a Clint. But looking at this, it's kind of looking a bit more softy element. If they're gonna pick out the Sora, I would say that Sora should just be going tank build, not a damage Sora.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, they're going for the Akai carry pick. So carry is decent into Clint in lane, especially if you know how to position and play with the carry. She can dominate most marksmen because of her first skill. And King Hage going for the Lucas pick that has brought him a lot of joy in the tournament so far. So the side of IOG, they're really going to have to worry about this Lucas. He is a monster on this Lucas.
Indeed. I myself also main Lucas, and I know that the beast, when it's unleashed, can be so destructive. I am just looking forward to see how exactly is King Gage going to utilize the beast into this lineup. So, but on the opposition, I cannot really favor the Sylvana pick. It doesn't matter how you see it, but I'm measuring that they're thinking about a pick that can do something against the Lucas. Lucas is such a devastating monster, especially when he casts the skills. He has the CC immunity when he unleashed the shockwave blast, the immunity. But it looks like they locked in onto Guinevere.
But they need a bit of crowd control. That's the thing that Lucas is weak to. There's a reason that he's just slightly below meta. I'm not saying that he's an off-meta pick. He's just not an S-tier jungler. He's an A-tier. It's because of the susceptibility he has to crowd control effects. And his jungle clear speed is not as fast as other junglers. So you're susceptible there as well to clever counter jungle plays, where if you can understand the rotation timings, you'll be able to steal a couple of creeps away from a Lucas, and he is level 4 dependent. He's basically half a hero until he gets level 4.
Definitely, I say that he's just going to be vulnerable until he log into that level 4. That's when his real demonic power starts to be unleashed.
Yes, that is definitely true. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're into game number 2. Salvatore Syndicate with a devastating first blood in the first game. Leading the series 1-0 at present, hoping to go in for all the marbles in the jar, picking up all the points in the second game. They have a very solid draft. The question is, for those of you tuning in at home, whose draft are you favoring in this matchup? As, oh, look at the poke damage here to Tyreek. He's going to have to hightail it out from here as the power of Zetien is being shown to us live in the first couple seconds of the match.
Wait, BRB. Nature is calling quickly.
All right. Now, jungle invade, a sort of a mini jungle invade. He's on the post toast. He has to flicker to safety. His blaze on the Sora has been quite devastating here in the XP lane. Just throwing out some fists here, some cloud fists, just to get some poke onto that Guinevere, stopping the Guinevere from snowballing, because we know that it'll be a skill-based matchup between the two when it comes down to that XP lane, because both XP laners will be trying to get that level 4 power spike timing. Blaze with a bit of a wave cut, but Jake's with the dive in, trying to disrupt, but nice positioning from Death Eater 14 as he just throws out a couple of skills just to make sure that he gets some amount of poke, some amount of control. The early part of the game, as we all know, right? This is just a straight question about getting those little bits of poke. Like, I know lots of people think, oh, it's all about the kills, get a kill, get a pick off. You notice that a lot of teams here around the SA region and server, they always try to get that first blood as quickly as possible. But I feel, or I believe, right, that getting the poke damage is a lot more effective than just getting a kill, which I know sounds counterintuitive. Right? It doesn't say, oh, there's Sora diving into the back line. Yes, this should be first blood. There's the Thunder Fist coming through. And first blood, and should be first turtle going the way of Salvatore Syndicate. But the re-engagement with the Violet Requiem onto Blaze as they do get a kill in response. It's 2 for 1 going in favor of the side of IOG, but look at us, Lucas. Unleash the beast onto 2, but as we were saying, that's what he's weak to. It's the control, it's the CC, it's the crowd control skills as the pickoff happens. 3 to 1, IOG getting themselves a very strong start at this early point of the game. Mystic Gush just comes out. There's the flicker to safety from Death Eater, but there is no safety with Tyreek on the Marcel, who has to flicker back himself. Now Carry throwing out at least one light wheel. But Jake's good repositioning, like he has shown throughout the course of the tournament. So the reason why I was saying that the pickoffs are more important than the kills, because kills often require you to overextend to do so. It's much easier when it comes to poking somebody down low in order to be able to safely take a neutral objective instead of going full in. It's only if there's going to be a mistake, a little bit of overextension. Now, granted, on our server, that does happen because we're still new in terms of what we need to do. But now there's the engagement from the Sora. He's got the Thunder God form out. The spatial migration was into the backline, but all the save from the Marcel with the golden hour as they pick up 3 kills without a response. Mystic Gush, they want to try to make it 4, but Achilles with the safety play, managing to get to the safety of the tier 2 turret. Mountain Shocker used to clear the wave, but there's going to be the Fury of the Phoenix come out from the Zetchian as Lucas. The tower did quite a lot of damage to him. And Scrappy?
Yeah, bro.
I'm looking at the name Achilles, right? Have you seen all the trailers for the Odyssey?
Bro, don't. Do not even go with it, right? I feel sorry for my man Troy, bro. 100% I feel sorry for Achilles. The original Achilles. That was so much injustice. But in any case, a double kill getting picked up as we do see the onslaught continuing from Salvatore Syndicate as the Mystic Gush just finishes off the Zetchian.
Yeah. Enough zoning has been done in order to try to take this. But look at that from the carry. She went for a tier 2 wave cut and managed to pick up a kill. The game, IUG had a pretty decent start, 3 to 1 in their favor. But once Salvatore Syndicate get their combos going, it's kind of deadly. And yes, Toxic Nemesis, it is a woke movie. Which, look, if you have your political views, that's your views. It's all well and good. Just don't mess with the good things.
Well, look, my statement going to be is, I was so looking forward to the movie, The Odyssey, until I saw, the trailers, and I was just like, nothing against anyone or anything. It's just, I'm not gonna ruin my childhood memories that way, bro. It's, for me, Brad Pitt is Achilles, and nothing else can change that for me.
Yeah, like for those of you who haven't watched Troy, that is a must-watch. Brad Pitt on playing Achilles with Eric Bana as Hector. That was one of the best movies I've witnessed or watched in that kind of genre. It was beautiful. You know, just do yourself a favor and watch that.
100%, 100%. Yeah, well, in any case, you know, each to their own. But in any case, continuing at what we do see present right now, it is Salvatore Syndicate leading with an 8k or an 8 kill advantage and a stomping almost 6k gold lead, as we do see the Mr. Gush has been performed from the Gorge just to clear the minion wave, and that is a tier 1 turret being taken down, and that's the final tier 1 turret. As we do see the golden hour has been committed from the Marcel, but that is Sora just pulling everyone together, and that it's a triple kill getting picked up by King Kage.
Oh, that was, you know what where the youngsters these days say absolute cinema? That was absolute cinema between the Sora and the Marcel.
Yeah, bro, that was absolute Kai T. You know, ironically, speaking of which, right, there was an individual, a viewer on the stream last night, saying there is no tea that's made from chai.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what Google search they were doing, but I strongly suggest that you go to a Google search. But now there's killing spree for Luxana on the board. Nice setup there from Sora. Pressure being piled on. Third turtle is available, but with 20 seconds to go, it might be best to just leave it for the Lord. We have seen Salvatore Syndicate do that very, very often throughout the courses of their matches. They're one of the teams that does take a look at that timer and make sure that when they're in the lead like this, they go for the 8-minute Lord.
100%, and it's at the 8-minute, right? And its first Lord has been spawned up. I mean, look, Salvatore Syndicate is in a very good position right now.
Yeah, pretty solid gold lead at this moment in time. It's an 8k gold lead at the 8-minute mark. Lord almost completely taken down. IOG trying to come in for a little bit of a contest, but without the vision being able to be supplied. It's not like you can actually get in. The zoning being done very, very nicely by the side of Salvatore Syndicate. Flicker back to safety. There's Lucas. He's trying to get the dive into the backline. Uses the Unleash the Beast onto Guinevere, forcing her back. Kufra with the dive in. Goes in with the Tyrant's Wrap. Dragging a couple onto the tower, but Marcel with the rescue. Gets his teammates out of dodge for the most part. So it's a 1-for-1 trade-off in here. My goodness, Guinevere's... I actually thought it was Guinevere. It was just her clone.
Yeah, well, that extends the gold lead to 9k, and Salvatore Syndicate with the first Lord still being up. This will be a definite second tier 2, second tier 2 turret being taken down, and this is currently for a 12% damage reduction on this first Lord of the match. This is actually quite massive for Salvatore Syndicate.
Yeah, that is certainly true. The question is, are they going to go for the tier 3 push? They had the option to, even though the Holy Shield was up in the mid lane, they opted out of doing that, and they just went into pile on some pressure with the final tier 2 target. So they will be taking down all of that, but to try to bait out, to continue with our Odyssey theme, maybe throw in a little Trojan horse in there to bait the side of IOG out from base. Could give them the winning angle, but there's the spatial migration, catches up to the mountain shark with a follow-up, but look at that from the Marcel. He throws in the golden hour. Zetien tried to cover up with us, but Sora once more into the backline. Carry for the killing spree, but she's trapped up in the base. She gets shut down, and I think we finally should see a tier 3 turret fall.
Yeah, there was not really much the carry could have done in that situation. I mean, she was actually hoping for the rest of the team to continue that team fight. But yeah, now the Shocker getting committed just to clear the minion waves, and this is actually quite a successful defense coming in from IOG.
Yeah, I actually thought they were going to focus onto the mid lane turret. It's been protected quite nicely. Now Marcel just that final few hits and gets at least the mid lane tier 3 turret out of the way.
Yep. As well, we do see Salvatore Syndicate. They are continuing to crack onto IOG's base right now. It is 30 seconds away from the second Lord of this match. Yeah, it's what do you think IOG needs to do to turn the tides of this match?
It's going to be so difficult. They need to get a proper set going between the Kufra and the Guinevere. But to be able to do that, I don't know. Because they don't at this moment in time, have the damage output to deal with it. Because Gwyn is going to be building a part tank, right? As you can see, just concentrated energy, and the rest is going to be for sustain. But you've got the double MM, and this is the thing about going for more than one MM. If you get caught out in a game like this one, it's so difficult. Sora with the drag back. There's Fury of the Phoenix used as a counter to engage spatial migration into the Violent Requiem. This is what they were looking for, IOG, but they all get caught out with the golden hour into the backline. It's legendary for this Lucas. He dives in, he gets another pickup. He's being controlled up. Oh my goodness, he almost takes down two. But the Lord charging, battling down the mid lane with Carry, just hoping to get the lock on with Marcel with the zone away here as Carry is taking a lot of damage. Now repositions, gets the lock onto the base, and that is GG's 2-0 in favor of Salvatore Syndicate.
Victory!
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be heading into the next game very, very shortly.
Oh, I mean, what a match. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get that pause screen up and running for you whilst we get the next teams in the lobby. We're ahead of schedule, so don't go away. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and we will be back with you in just a moment.
Watch the legends come alive.
Blue fire in our veins. No fear, no chains.
We came too far to turn around. Now the whole world hears the sound.
Blue fire in our eyes.
Nobody here survives on luck.
32 walk through the door.
Only one leaves with enough. Feel the thunder, feel the rain.
32 came chasing glory.
One will write the final story.
Blue fire in our eyes. Watch the darkness come alive.
They fell.
Tonight we rise.
Blue lights, black sky.
AFL. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Pressure looks good on us. Watch us turn it up. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody talks about pressure like it's something to survive. We treat it like fuel every time we arrive. Big stage, bright lights, whole crowd holding their breath. We don't get nervous, we get dangerous instead. Look, pressure made the diamonds. Pressure pressure built the scars. Pressure made the names, now they're hanging from the stars. Everybody wants the moment till the moment gets loud. Then they freeze in the spotlight while we're feeding off the crowd. One shot, one chance, one more reason to advance. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Watch us turn it up. Pressure on the shoulders. Pressure in the blood. Everybody feels it. We just wear it better. Yeah, heavy expectations, heavy weight to carry. Funny how the strongest ones never look worried. Every round gets tighter, every match gets rough. Everybody says they're ready ain't enough. Whole bracket under tension, whole room on alert. One mistake changes everything, one mistake can hurt. But we've been here before, that's the difference in the end. Some teams meet pressure, we introduce it to our friends. No panic, no fear. This is why we're here. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Watch us turn it up. Pressure on the shoulders. Pressure in the blood. Everybody feels it. We just wear it better. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Blue lights.
Black sky.
AFL. Feel the city hold its breath. Everybody placing bets. 32 names in the dark. 32 flames waiting for a spark.
Heavy boots on concrete floors. Every champion wants more. No words, no need to explain. Everybody knows the game.
Look around.
Feel the pressure in the sound.
Blue fire in our veins. No fear, no change.
We came too far to turn around. Now the whole world hears the sound.
Blue fire in our eyes.
Nobody here survives on luck.
32 walk through the door.
Only one leaves with enough. Late nights built this legacy. Every scar became a memory. Every loss became a lesson. Every win became a weapon.
See the banners in the blue. Every dream coming into view. One more step, one more climb.
Everybody wants this night.
In time.
Watch the legends come alive.
Blue fire in our veins. No fear, no chains.
We came too far to turn around. Now the whole world hears the sound.
Blue fire in our eyes.
Nobody here survives on luck.
32 walk through the door.
Only one leaves comes with enough.
No kings, no gods, only those who earn their spot. No faith, no chance.
Only those who take a stand.
Blue fire in our veins.
Feel the thunder, feel the rain.
32 came chasing glory.
One will write the final story.
Blue fire in our eyes. Watch the darkness come alive.
They fell.
Tonight we rise.
Blue lights, black sky.
AFL. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Pressure looks good on us. Watch us turn it up. Yeah. Everybody talks about pressure like it's something to survive. We treat it like fuel every time we arrive. Big stage, bright lights, whole crowd holding their breath. We don't get nervous, we get dangerous instead. Look, pressure made the diamonds, pressure built the scars. Pressure made the names, now they're hanging from the stars. Everybody wants the moment till the moment gets loud. Then they freeze in the spotlight while we're feeding off the crowd. One shot, one shot, one chance, one chance. One more reason to advance. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Watch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As you can see, it's Requiem Code Red up against Phantom Vanguard up next. And, well, let's jump into the drafting phase without further ado. As, well, we just wait for Grip Teasy to ready up. So good luck and have fun.
Yeah, so this is going to be an entertaining match between the two. Two pretty solid teams. A lot of what's going to be decided is going to come down to the drafting phase. I mean, we saw that in the last game. Early versus late game, early game tends to win.
I like to stress that for the most part, I think that the drafting phase is the most critical out of anything. Like, we have to acknowledge that with Salvatore Syndicate, they had a very decent draft phase. I have to say that with their counterpart, Immortal or the Goliath, the first match they had 3 marksmen, which really exposed their softiness, and and kind of why they lost early. So for this draft, I would say that both teams have to make a very solid drafting. It's very critical for any team to win.
Yeah, most of the game is decided in the initial drafting phase. And the first few bans it depends on what you want to let go. It definitely seems that Code Red have been doing their homework. The same with Phantom Vanguard. 2 respect bans straight off the bat.
2 respect bans. I cannot protest against that. These are very good bans, especially when you know the opposition mains one hero. So this is a very quick series of bans coming on.
Yeah. I mean, okay, look, Pokito, you got to ban out. You just cannot leave that hero open. Glue is... Well, we were just talking about Glue in the previous drafting phase. How annoying Glue actually is. So, it's good to see that Glue being banned out.
Yes, what would be more good is if, I would say maybe either of these two decides to ban out Marcel, but I do see our Requiem do have a first pick, so they could likely go for a Marcel if they have that sort of strategy. So for Phantom Vanguard, I don't know. They actually ban out the Marcel. They saw it and they ban it. Very good move.
Yeah, yeah. It's always nice to leave when you're first picked, to leave the decision in the other team's court as to certain heroes that are very difficult to deal with. Like, get them to use their bans on it, and you can take out something else as part of your strategy. Akai is always a solid ban because I mean Akai, one of the best heroes, if not the best at securing neutral objectives.
Indeed, indeed. The Akai has been quite the ruthless element, so I do respect the ban onto Requiem. And
Is picking.
looks like they're gonna go with Atlas as their first pick, their opening pick. And Atlas is a very solid tank. I cannot really protest against that. Although up against a likely Cho roamer, I'm not so sure how this will be executed.
Yeah, well, you see, the only real way to counter
Is picking.
Atlas is through Purify. There's nothing really else you can do. He's got mobility to match the mobility of most roamers, except for maybe Hilda or Khalid. And Cho as well, because Cho's got like very, very high mobility.
Yes.
And once he gets level 4, you have to be so careful. Isagi Yoichi on the Bernadetta might not be a bad pick because she can immune a lot of the damage with her second skill, Benny. And we know what the Bernadetta is all about. She's about getting positioning into the backline. But a very, very high skill hero, though.
Team is picking.
A very high skill hero indeed. And I have to comment on the first picks on the side of Phantom Vanguard. They went for a very highly mobile lineup. Just the opening, we get Cho, we got, as well as Benedetta. I don't know, if I was Requiem, I probably would have just logged onto someone like Fovius just to get a bit of
Is banned.
counter engage with their mobility on the side of Phantom Vanguard.
Yeah. Agreed. Now, what do you make of this Hirara
Your team
pick
is banned.
this early on?
Especially also considering the fact that Requiem did not ban out the Fovius, who is an extreme menace against Hirara in some capacity. Additionally, also adding that Cho could severely counter Hirara. This will just really just boils down to how Master Merlin really utilized Hirara there. I have to I generally do not encourage a just the pick on Hirara, especially maybe Fovius is still open, but they already secured Benedetta. But
Your team
I'll see how things goes, to be honest.
Yeah. Now, we do expect Code Red to continue with these tank jungle bans, because you've got a Cho who, you're going to build him tank, but he's not exactly a very tanky hero. You've got a damage XP laner, which means most certainly you're looking at a tank jungle.
Your team is
Definitely. A tank jungle is a must pick right now. They have a very damaged lineup on the side of Phantom Vanguard. I basically just implore a tanky, maybe something like Fredrin, since they already banned out, I don't know, Akai and Foxiel.
Yeah. Even the Barats as well. Like, look, Barats is a little bit underrated at this moment in time. He can be used to deal with both Harara and the user.
Yes, I use Barats as well, and he is another solid heavyweight tank. I cannot disagree with that. He has the second skill allows for a very strong element of crowd control. It really just push in the opposition closer to him. But
your team is
Requiem already sensing that possibility, banning out the Barats. Interesting.
Very, very, very interesting. I think they must have been thinking the same things we've been thinking, which is, definitely Barats could be a problem, maybe even more of a problem than a Fredrin. The carry pick coming out now, that's a pretty interesting one. Personally, I believe that even if you don't know who carry is going to be up against, it's nice to pick up a carry because she is so strong in lane.
She definitely is. She has a unique advantage in taking down turrets much faster. It's really a very good pick on the side of Phantom Vanguard, locking down the carry pick. This could also allow Phantom Vanguard to just essentially have a clean usage on a tanky jungler, especially knowing that they will not be facing a carry on the opposition.
Yes. And Herbivore going for
Team is picking.
the Obsidia to match up, are just supposed to outrange the carry. And, well, essentially, whoever is going to be trying to dive in onto the back line, just to get that Hunt of Bone locked onto them, just to be able to cancel out any further skills, like the Bernadetta, like the Cho. So not a bad pick, especially with the Purify. It's going to come down a lot to positioning. Naruto with the Eve pick, which synergizes very well with both Yuzong and Atlas. So aside from the draft from Code Red looking quite strong, and I mean we did expect Phantom Vanguard to go for a tank pick, right? And there was only one really available with the Fredrin.
Yeah, Fredrin is the only utility jungler they can go for. That's also with Alice. Is Alice defined as a tank?
Yeah, sort of. It's been a long time since I've seen an Alice in the jungle. Can be played there, but very interesting one.
Yes, she is actually a tank and a mage. I thought she was a fighter, but she's both tank and a mage. So this will give her the tank attributes that her team definitely needs. So given this, we can see that Alice can very much deal with the backline, but it also puts the Phantom Vanguard a bit more vulnerable on the backline. So they have to do something, because they will be heavily invaded by Yuzon just going on to the backline.
Yes. So we have the drafts being set. The lines have been drawn in the sand. We're heading into game number 1 between Requiem Code Red versus Phantom Vanguard. Who will be the team to come out on top in this best of 2 matchup? As we head straight into the action. It's going to come down to a question of mid lane control. Though with a Bernadetta around, are we going to see Bernadetta go for the wave cut? It looks like Bernie is not really going for that. On the side of Code Red, they're sensing that there was something on the offing here, and they all just hovered around the jungle just to make sure that Benny doesn't do what we expect the Benny to do. Meanwhile, control onto Stormbreaker on the Cho, forced to flicker out very, very early on, so that's no flicker available for the next 2 minutes.
Yes, I have to agree, because I have to say that Requiem really coming off with a very solid lineup, and already looking onto Benedetta, and the first blood goes to Atlas. Very quick rotation on the side of Requiem.
Yeah, they sensed an opportunity. They saw a little bit of overextension, and they decided to go in with it. Nice scouting out here, as picking up first blood is definitely good for the gold. Sensed an opportunity, though, is the one where there's going to have to be a little bit of protection for this Obsidia, because she needs quite a bit to come online. Carry is going to be able to dominate this lane. So will we start to see Code Red start to make rotations towards the gold lane to provide that little bit of extra protection?
I don't know. I mean, so far it's just 20 seconds till the first turtle comes, so it's on the opposite side, and already it doesn't appear like there's going to be some protection going on, as engagement is likely to take place in top lane right now.
Yeah, Yuzong just trying to stay as safe as possible, but has reached the level 4 timing, as it is now time for the turtle. Aurora trying to get the set in, but it's gonna get frozen out by the Aurora. Master Merlin has to get back into the jungle. It's a question of trying to get that maybe extra level, because if you can take that, but then it's gripped easy. He's trying to dive into the backside. He gets the freeze on, but the Black Dragon form into the backline. Alice does get a pick of kill, but look at the play coming in from the Bernadetta. Eclectic Blades picking up a double. That's a 3-for-0 trade-off. Make that 4 as a Phantom Vanguard with an excellently executed turtle fight.
Yeah, I have to say that Isagi with the Benedetta has been such a menace, or just essentially going to the back line, really compromising Requiem. It's been a very impressive display of offensive power by Phantom Vanguard.
Yeah. They came in for a little bit of a jungle invade as well, which is what's to be expected whenever there is a big team wipe out like that. Now, Code Red, they're going to have to reset themselves. Healthy gold lead being picked up by Phantom Vanguard. Play underneath the turret as Obsidia gets the turnaround. Hunter of Bone off. Even though the Way of the Dragon was committed, I'll be staying very safe. Now, engagement onto the Aurora. She does use the Frigid Glacier, but there's real well manipulation. Passive has been proc, but Obsidia, she gets the pick-off kill. This is going to be another. Yes, it is. They're continuing even further, but Alice with the Throne of Ruin gets a return kill onto the Obsidia. If Obsidia managed to get out, you could say she's heading into very, very much snowball territory.
A very snowball territory, I must agree on that assessment. And already with Yuzon forcing to use the Black Dragon to escape Benedetta, they're really coming on close from being decimated.
Yeah, Benedetta's damage output's kind of crazy. And that second skill of hers makes it all the more effective. Now Cho trying to get in onto the Eve, but is going to be frozen up by Gaptisia and Atlas. But oh, beautiful pick off from Master Merlin and Herbie in the bot lane. But is Herbie overextended? There's Cho. He wants to dive in. There's the Hunt of Bone being used. A bit of a counter engage going on, but the chase is on here as the freeze comes in. Frigid Glacier is everything. Way of the Dragon, just as some like the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae here from Phantom Vanguard in the bot lane.
Definitely, they really just unleash a lot of CC onto Obsidia, especially with the fight with the Cho ultimate. That it's looking extreme right now in turret right now.
Yeah, Gaptisia taking way too much damage from the carry, who he went in with option to go for the Fatal Links, but I mean, Carry does have the Purify, so that needs to be baited out before anything further can happen. But that gold lead with these engagements has been decreased slightly. It's down to 1k, even less than that as there's another pickoff on the top lane. Yuzong has to recall, as well as Eve, because Eve is sensing, wait a minute here, it looks like there's going to be a wraparound play. The minion wave should reveal the positioning here. Eve does not have the real world manipulation to stay safe. Nice wave cut coming through as Eve recalls and says, right, let's sacrifice the turret for a little bit of safety. Stormbreaker, the one trying to place that pressure on here, should be able to secure this first tier 1 turret going in favor of Phantom Vanguard.
I have to say, given the performance that happened in early game right now, right now it does appear that Benedetta into the mix right now in bot lane.
Oh, nice dash by Herbie, avoiding the Eclectic Blades. Gaptisia somehow surviving all of this, and as you said, beautiful pickoff in the bot lane. But with this, as the side of Phantom Vanguard, they go to dive in here into the bot lane, and look at this opportunity being seized by the side of Code Red. They secure the mid lane turret. That's kind of big. So even though they traded it for the bot lane turret, I'd actually say that's a better trade-off, because the mid lane is huge.
Indeed. It's looking like Phantom Vanguard is coming off just extremely destructive. Although I can't really say it's just looking still even right now. But it really just matters how exactly will Phantom Vanguard utilize the opportunity.
Yeah, diving deep into the backline there was Yuzong off the blitz, but now there's going to be the Hunt of Bone onto Alice. She uses the Throne of Ruin with Gaptisia, bringing out the Fatal Links, dragging everyone straight back into this real-world manipulation from Naruto, and it's a 2-for-2 trade-off overall, but the kills are going to Obsidia, and that's kind of scary if you're the side of Phantom Vanguard. Now engagement in the bot lane. Master Merlin securing the objective. Wants to re-engage onto Stormbreaker, but he's got way too much mobility. He does manage to escape the attentions. But the gold lead now just completely non-existent. However, Phantom Vanguard will be happy with those turrets taken in the bot lane. Can they translate this? Oh, there's going to be the Fatal Links catching out the Bernadetta. And once more, Obsidia, the one picking up the kills. Look, we all know that Obsidian needs a little bit of help to come online, but it's kind of scary.
It's definitely kind of scary, as we do see the back dragon has been committed, but I'm not sure it's a wise decision. It's very off.
Yes. Now real world manipulation into the Frigid Glacier. Can they get the passive proc? They do. Actually, no passive was available for Lucky as they take down the Aurora. But Carrie seizing this opportunity to crack open the mid lane. Is she going to get caught out? There's the engagement here to Carrie. It's so low. The retribution coming up from Master Merlin, and they do manage to get a pick off onto the marksman. However, she did open up that space in the mid lane. Isegayo Richie, waiting patiently on the Bernadetta, knows that once Alice decides to go in, she's going to try to eclectic blades into the back line. Chases on here onto Cho. He could be caught out. Was a little bit overextended. Has the mobility, the dive in, the knock up. Do they have the damage output? Not quite to take out Stormbreaker, who dashes to safety. The Kung Fu boy lives to fight another day. We have the dragon onto Joe, but Atlas to go in with the Fatal Links, but just had it cancelled off. Now the Black Dragon form is there. Gripped Teasy, he's gonna get dragged back, and this is with the Lord being up. Lovely pickups from the side of Phantom Vanguard. The side of Code Red have to disengage from this. Carrie will be starting up this Lord. Alice doing the zoning, but once more, Hunt of Bone has been committed. There's the follow-up, the knock-up, the real world manipulation. Do they take down one? Yes, they do. It's two, and now potential to try to go in a little bit deeper. No, but without the proper front liner in there, could be dangerous. But the side of Code Red have gotten themselves into a solid position to take this Lord uncontested, especially with no retribution, which they're rushing through at this moment in time. Obsidia just melting through that Lord as a Code Red securing it, and with this now it comes down to that discipline game.
It definitely comes down to that. I'm not so sure at this point, because it doesn't appear like both sides have a strong dominance element, because it just keeps being even and even, because it's just going Phantom Vanguard is dominating, but then again Requiem coming off with some sort of a counter engage element. It's just, I can't even see which side is leading, because it nearly looked like engagement right now.
Yeah, there's the Frigid Glacier stun onto two, Throne of Ruin into the backline with eclectic blade. However, the Fatal Links was committed. Obsidian trying to get something in response, but without the full team in there, the pickoffs are going the way of Phantom Vanguard. They get the shutdown onto the Obsidia, which is what they were looking for. Is this going to be a team wipe? Arthur Blitz, he's trying to walk this up, but Alice doing so much damage as a carry with that potential wraparound Naruto, just zoning everybody away. Just trying to keep the team safe. Meanwhile, the minions decided that they're the ones who's going to achieve a tier 2 turret in the top lane.
Definitely. I cannot really just take side right now, because both teams are really showcasing the offensive power. I cannot even just think that one team is dominating the other. It's looking pretty even, especially with the gold. It's just looking pretty even so far. It's just gonna matter how exactly will both teams utilize their combat power, as engagement onto Aurora just forcing out the ultimate, but the login is connected.
Yeah, the real world manipulation coming through from Naruto, very much on point, but Alice just sustaining through all of this as they're trying to disengage from this beast of an Alice, who is got the items up and is going to be very, very strong at this particular stage. But it's a 2-for-nothing trade-off as we head into the final minute before the next Lord, and I'm in 100% agreement with you, Zoero. It is very 50-50 right now. It's just one mistake could change the course of this game.
Ooh, sure. Barely just getting away with that. It really just forcing out the dashes. But as I said before, just look at the gold. It just continues to be even despite the kills difference. It's looking like both teams really just understand each other's combat power. It's just like facing up against your own brother in some capacity, but already it's just gonna boils down to how late game is just gonna be done, if even if it does reach it.
Yeah. So the next Lord almost set up both teams are in this very, very interesting position. This is that moment in time where it's just one misstep or one fantastic outplay can change the course of the game. Joe trying to find the angle in here, but is he going to get caught out? The Hunter Bone has been committed. Carry with the light wheels, but there's going to be the fatal links coming through. Alice with the zoning away. Eclectic Blades has been committed as Obsidian. She's trying to make sure that they get the lock on. Who's going to be able to secure this? The retribution. It goes away of Master Merlin, but it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade-off, potentially a 3-for-1. Obsidian wants to help out a little bit as Arthur Blitz is in a lot of danger. I don't know. Maybe Obsidian could have been a little bit more aggressive, and she is. She's going in. She manages to get a pickup. Now she's trying to chase down the Alice, but Alice does get that disengage. It is a 3-for-2 trade-off. Master Merlin somehow protecting the mid lane to the best of his ability. Obsidian, does she get the recall? Oh, Alice gets the lock on, but the Throne of Ruin is in there. But Obsidian, the damage output way too much. He just melts through the Alice. That's a big pick-off with the Lord making its way through the top lane. But nobody's there to protect. Carry is in position to protect the base. But no one from Code Red is there to protect the Lord. Let's see how this plays out.
Definitely, even despite that team fight, the gold difference is still indifferent. But let's see how things will be executed now with the Lord in the mix. Possible engagement by Atlas there.
Oh, fatal links onto 2. There's the Hunter bonus, the follow-up, but Carry repositions beautifully. There's gonna be the frozen frigid glacier coming through, and that's gonna be a 3-for-0 trade-off. The defense from the side of Phantom Vanguard on point. Bernadetta with the chase in, but there's Yuzong lands the Petrify combination. Rose Gold Meteor has been procced, but now Yuzong has to get back to safety as this mid lane is barreling through, and they don't have the ability to with numbers wise to defend. This is going to be another 10 seconds. This should be mid lane cracked in here. Joe with the knock up into the backline. Oh, and there's going to be Master Merlin blown up. Is this going to be the lock? They have the wave. They get the freeze. Oh my goodness. It is Phantom Vanguard drawing first blood in this first game.
Phantom Vanguard really just taking the opportunity to end, realizing that 3 of the opposition is dead. They just capitalize and take down the base. That was their top priority.
Yeah, that definitely indeed. The game went very seesaw, back and front. Highly entertaining matchup, and we're going to be heading into game number 2 very shortly to see who's going to be taking the points here. Will it be shared honors even, or are we going to look at Phantom Vanguard able to clean sweep this? Well, game number 2 coming up in just a few seconds.
Indeed. Very much looking forward to it. That was an impressive display on the side of both teams. I cannot really just take side on the other, but both teams really showcase an impressive combat power. Very well done.
Yeah, very well done to both of them. I'm just going to get my game reset very quickly, and we should be able to head into game number 2 shortly.
All right, you're setting.
Yeah, I'm not sure why my emulator is kind of glitching. It keeps kicking me out of the lobby, so I'm just waiting for it to reload. Okay, I'm back and running. The teams are ready and set. Scabby, are we good to go? Or the teams need a few seconds?
Very well. It's gonna be Requiem Code Red vs Phantom Vanguard.
Okay, where you go? All right, wait a minute. All right, I think we needed a little bit of a swap out.
Oh.
Before we head into the next game. So it'll be Phantom Vanguard with the first picks, first bans in this matchup. How will this affect their style of drafting and the outcomes of this game? When I saw this on paper, I was like, okay, look, this has got a very 50-50 field to this. But let's see how this pulls through. Marcel first ban straight out the gate by Phantom Vanguard. Master Merlin with the first ban for the side of Code Red. Will it be the typical Paquito ban?
Keto ban, it could very well be likely the case, but coming on, it looks like it's going to be a blue ban. That's a very good ban, but also in the sequence, we're seeing a Paquito ban that I cannot just argue against. Although we have seen that Paquito struggles a lot against Esmeraldas, but despite that, it's a very good ban, I would say.
Yeah. Esmeralda is that, I mean, she's not really meta. She's just meta into the Paquito. Can be used super effectively to deal with him. Now we head into that part of the game where we could see and do see respect bans coming through from the previous matchup. You can see that from both teams. Final ban for the side of Code Red, having already banned out the Bernadetta, and Phantom Vanguard responding with the Guinevere ban. What are they going to be locking onto? I
mean,
this is kind of interesting. I'm not sure.
I mean, like, I have to say that the Benedetta ban is pretty solid. We have seen how Isagi has utilized Benedetta to just intercept the back line of the opposition, and so I cannot contest against the Benedetta ban, although in some sequence, in the event that the opposition picks Benedetta, you can always just pick Phoveus. However, it does appear that Requiem went with a different idea to just ban Phoveus. I'm guessing they could utilize someone like Harith, or rather Hirara again, or some kind of highly mobile utility unit.
Your team is
Yeah. Something with that mobility, and it looks like they're going for basically the objective securer, were the Akai, straight off the bat. Now, does this mean we're going to see a carry pick come through early for the side of Phantom Vanguard?
A carry pick will not be bad, I would say, because like we do know that carry is such a strong heavyweight against a tanky lineup, especially when she comes online in late game. So the pick on carry will definitely not be bad. I have seen Equinox make use of this kind of utility, but although it does appear that Requiem opening up with a very tanky lineup, I would suggest that their second sequence of picks will have to be some sort of damage XP or any kind of damage-oriented lineup.
Yeah. Well, with the Angela coming through, right, it tells us with a very high degree of certainty that it's going to be a tank jungle for the side of Phantom Vanguard. And since they didn't pick it up, right, this actually means that Code Red have the priority in the second phase to ban out the tank jungles.
I mean, we have seen that kind of series of bans happening in the previous match by Requiem banning out just banning out tanky lineups. It was just also like we saw Barats getting banned, we saw Baxia getting banned, so they have just the unique opportunity to just do that same banishment since already it's been confirmed that they banned out Angela.
Oh, looks like we have a bit of a pause, though, in the drafting screen. Gives the teams a little bit of extra time to strategize. I think somebody lagged out.
Yeah, somebody probably lagged out, or potentially an auto pick is in order, but overall, I'm not even sure what's going on. But I do hope they use the opportunity to re-strategize the drafting phase.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. Well, I'll find out now who's the pause for. All right, so it's just a player that's lagged out. We'll be back with the draft very shortly. Now, with just 2 bans to go, who do you ban out? So there's Fred, there's Alice, and there's the Basha. Do you ban out the Alice and Basha, the Fred and Alice, the Fred and Basha? Because you only got two.
Um. Okay. Okay. Fred combined with Angela is a devastating composition, much like with Alice as well. In this sequence, I kinda just would prefer if Requiem would just pick out the carry as you just suggested before, because like it's clear that they're gonna go for a tanky lineup on the opposition, and they have to just not allow Phantom Vanguard to pick the carry to counter that tanky lineup.
Yeah. They're definitely going to be. Look, one of the two teams needs to pick up the carry, right? Because both of them are going for this particular play. It's just about who's going to be able to pick it up first, unless it's going to be banned out.
Team is
Uh,
banning.
I mean, look, we knew Alice was going to be potentially one of the bans. It does come through, right? Uh, God, as a
Your team is
response,
banning.
interestingly enough, I think they must have missed that the Zetun was picked up.
Yeah, that's a very wasted ban. They did not register that. In overall sequence, I have to just say that was a wasted ban in just all measurement. They could have just banned out a marksman of any type or just an XP laner, because it's quite evident that Requiem hasn't picked out an XP and go laner.
Your
Yeah.
team is
So it
banning.
looks like they're going for the Fred ban. Well, we see the side of Phantom Vanguard go for that Fovius pickup. They get rid of the
Your team
Irithel
is
for
picking.
that extra degree of mobility. I'm assuming that what they want to do is pick up the carry, which is why they banned out the Irithel. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'd actually want to go and pick up the carry right now if I was the side of Code Red.
I mean, it's a priority pick at this point. Already they exhausted their band, so it's a must pick carry. I don't know, but this is what I say. Like drafting phase is a very critical, sensitive moment in a match where you have to make informed, decisive decisions. Like you just have to be more decisive with what you ban and pick. And this is those climatic moment. Let's just see what are they gonna pick.
They're hovering around the XP pick, right? Then that definitely means we should be seeing looks like they're going to go for the Moskov. Interestingly enough, and
But
Uranus in the jungle.
oh, I don't know. I just never seen it, but we do acknowledge that he's eligible for the jungling phase, but it's so unusual
Yeah,
to
it
see
is. It
a
is.
Uranus in jungle.
Yeah, it is a very off-meta draft, and by the looks of it, Code Red deciding to pick up the Hanabi, or what looks like a potential Hanabi pick coming through.
I mean, Hanabi can be very much devastating if executed right. She does synergize well with Atlas, so the composition, the combination in team fight can be extremely ruthless. I know that Hanabi is in some capacity considered to be a dark system, but her passive, especially the bouncing with basic attacks around enemy units, can really just turn the tide of battle quite well. I am just looking to see how things will be utilized. As also, I'm kind of looking at Atlas and uh, Atlas and well, the Panda Akai there. I don't know, like Akai can, the heavy spin can really just destroy the ulting by Atlas. So I hope they utilize it quite well when during team fights. But we'll see how things are executed.
Yes. I mean, the previous game was very finely balanced, though Phantom Vanguard pulling it through at the end. One massive team fight went in their favor. They got the dive in, lock onto the turret, committed everything down the mid lane, and just stomped through to a victory. Now, as we head into game number 2 for the evening, will we see this very common theme of clean sweeps happening? Or are we going to be watching Code Red be able to drag this even as once more we go straight into the pauses?
Yes, we go to the post matters again.
Yeah, it's a theme of the AFL. I'd say that we've experienced quite a significant degree of pauses. It goes to show, right, that the internet connection across our region is not the most stable.
It's certainly the most unstable. I wish they could just fix it. It's just devastating, especially in such a pro scene. You
Yeah,
have the lag.
yeah. Because, you know, when you think about it in terms of ranked matches, it's like every 2 to 3 games, you're going to get somebody on your team that's AFK.
Yeah, and that really kills a lot because like we need every individual online. One single unit on your team just not functioning can really just drag down the rest of the other team, the other heroes down with them, which is kind of critical that everyone be online at all time. Like just hopefully the lag just dies in the future.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to see. We will get to see. Who knows?
But
I suppose it
um,
comes down to maybe having more cell phone towers, but those are big investments for the darts communication companies.
really, I mean, we do need them quite critically. We do. I mean, also with Starlink, which I hope it becomes available here.
Well, if Starlink gets launched in South Africa, this
Mhm.
will put so much of pressure onto our current data communication companies to be competitive. For the longest period of time, we haven't had much by way of competition. Competition is one of the hallmark factors of a democratic state, where you need companies to compete against one another in order to keep prices within a comfortable range for the consumer. But there's been a monopoly on data communication here for the longest period in time, which is what I think has resulted in a lot of the issues that we do have. But with that being said, we're into game number 2. And I don't know. You think we're going to see the side of Code Red decide to go for some invade plays?
I mean, they do have a very early game pressure because, like, on the opposition, they have Angela, and Angela is not very functioning when it comes to early game pressure. So it does appear that they went for a very quick rotation on the side of Requiem, really just trying to press advantage, but already in top lane as well. Possible engagement onto Hanabi there. Really have to just rush into the turret. They're just not trying to get hurt, but ooh.
Oh, nice bit of steal happening in from Mad as he secures both his mini creep there, the teddy bear plus the Ritho Wanderer. So that little bit of jungle invade not paying off for the side of Code Red. I know it's a small trade-off, but it does play a part in terms of rotation timings.
Yes, but I just wonder which draft do you favor the most in this particular lineup?
Well, it comes down a lot to the playstyle. Look, I would say Code Red have a very solid draft. But you really, really have to be able to put pressure onto the Angela. Now, Angela is sticking tight to the Uranus, right, as you can see. They're just moving as a 4-man unit, and there's no real way to separate them right now. The only way you can do that is by putting pressure elsewhere on the map. Yuzong with the knockup. A Revitalize has been committed. Yuzong gets the passive off, but there's the engagement here into the backline. However, Fury of the Phoenix being committed. Everybody is so low, but do they have the damage output to the side of Code Red? Now Black Dragon form zooming in as they're trying to get in onto the Munstha, who is healing himself back up, and that's the correct target that they went for. King's Calling has been committed, but they're kind of tanky on the side of Code Red. The chase is on. Yuzong wanting to do the zone away, forcing Uranus back, giving enough space for the team to be able to secure first blood plus the first turtle.
I would say that their draft on the side of Requiem is really working in their favor. The idea on the opposition, like Phantom Vanguard, going with the Uranus, basically Uranus is the sole frontliner because because Vincent is just going to go for a damage. Oh,
Nice heavy spin coming out from the Akai. But Atlas does have the fatal links. Wants to try to land it onto at least the backline, but Angela just healing everybody up somehow. There is a pick-off by the Uranus. The chase here onto Angela underneath the turret. Are they going to go in fully? Yeah, they're committing to this. Revitalize does come on. The lock is on here. Hanabi gets the kill, and the damage was shed. Aurora wants to go in with a little bit of a re-engagement. Uses the Frigid Glacier. Flicker comes out. Carry with the light wheels. But there's going to be the Fury of the Phoenix coming through, and it's a killing spree. Kai's damage for a tank. He's kind of busted.
It's definitely busted. It's insane, especially also that he's just building defensive items. But he is such a ruthless element, I have to say. It's no wonder like he's become a huge favorite as a utility jungler in this season.
Yeah, agreed. Meanwhile, pressure being applied onto the Yuzong uses the Black Dragon form. The Heart Guard being committed onto Munsithar, who wants to try to get the hook back. But Yuzong with the dive in, with the knock up, he should be able to get the passive off. As Atlas with the Fatal Links, the drag back is in there. Munsithar is going to get taken on. Angela is so low, but Uranus is doing the zoning, keeping his support alive.
I mean, like, looking at this, it's kind of pure disadvantage for Phantom Vanguard because, like, they only have Uranus as the sole frontliner right now. It's not very much ideal to have this particular draft, but I'm kind of wondering how things will go on as the game progresses.
Yeah, it's like the answer to the question, should you be playing support in the current meta? And you can see the difference between having a support and even the double tanks. Because once you can get in onto that support, because just as you said, the gameplay is built around Uranus, which is also means it's built in around Angela at the same time. Now, there's the counterplay coming through here. Akai, he has the heavy spin, he does commit it, forcing out the Aurora, pinned down to the wall. Passive has been procced. There should be a double going the way of Akai. What? Atlas, he tried to do the zoning into the backline. He's going to get caught up, but that's the Fatal Links just on time. It's a killing spree. Are they going to be able to get more? They're diving it underneath. That's going to be 4 taken down in one trade-off in the top lane with the map now open there as well.
I just have to say, like, Phantom Vanguard in the first match, they were pretty decent. But looking at this, I'm just going to say that they're pretty much outdrafted. They don't particularly have enough strength measures. And also, they're reliant on Uranus as some sort of a frontliner protection. But the only dependent right now is just purely on late game. But also, looking at Requiem, they also have a late game unit that is Hanabi, who can be extremely ruthless against Uranus. So it really boils down how things will be executed.
Oh, the Munsithar just escaping with the King's Calling. He's 1 HP underneath the turret. The wave cut did come through from the side of Code Red. The rescue here from Uranus is he's going to try to protect this bot lane turret. Just around about 10 seconds to go for this third and final turtle of the game. And like you said, the Hanabi, the wonderful late game scaler. Frigid Glacier committed onto the Zetien, who flickers out, so no flicker is going to be available. Though the Fury of the Phoenix is there. Both teams setting up here. I don't think they can really go in for a full contest, can the side of Phantom Vanguard.
They definitely, it would be extremely risky on that side because, like, they don't really have much strength in combat right now. It's just about showcasing resilience. They have to just sustain this match. They cannot afford to lose early. They have to just, in some capacity, just live through this. The only chance is the late game.
Fury of the Phoenix into the Fatal Links, and they got the target they were looking for. Frigid Glacier was committed as well, but that's going to be the mid lane turret, and the map opened up once more. But we've seen Phantom Vanguard deal with the map being opened up early on, like in the previous game. Can they get their combination play going, or is this going to be a little bit too little, too late? Because Code Red, they've got themselves a healthy gold lead.
they have a very, very beautiful goal lead with a 6K goal lead right now. I cannot just, I can't really just disagree on that. But looking at this, I'm just purely just agreeing that this is just draft error on the side of Phantom Vanguard. They don't have a very good draft, so there isn't enough synergy, I would say. But when looking at Requiem, they have a beautiful synergy and strong engagement right now in bot lane as Minzita secures the kill.
Yeah, the Heart Guard coming in clutch with the hook back, but there's Yuzong with the dive onto the turret, but the once more that Heart Guard keeping everybody alive, carry with the rapid operation. Glacier has been committed. Meanwhile, the heavy spin into the backline. Can they get the pick off in there as Hanabi with the repositioning? But the Revitalize coming through from Angela is just keeping everybody alive. They lock on to the Kai, they get the shutdown, and that's gonna be big kills, big pickoffs, especially with the Lord coming up in under 10 seconds.
Definitely. They definitely, in really, just to be honest, they really needed those kills. This, if they can capitalize on this and keep the momentum going, they have a decent chance of actually turning this match around. They have to continue the defensive pressure. In any case, right now we just saw that the Lord has spawned in, and this could potentially be a huge game changer on the side of Requiem if they really secured the Lord.
Yeah. And with that, there's a tier 2 turret taken down, but this Lord battle is continuing. Akai, as we know, one of the best heroes for securing these neutral objectives. Black Dragon form being committed, but there's Atlas. He goes in with the Fatal Links against the drag back onto catch it onto 2. It's a shutdown onto the carry. Glacier just slightly off the mark, but Minzita, he is really starting to hurt, but the reposition is in there. They want to go in for more to the side of the Code Red, but they all walk straight into the King's Calling. However, Yuzong, he gets the knock up into the backline. The chase is on. It's gonna be true. Will this be a team wipe? Aurora just walking out from here. So that's a 4-for-1 trade plus the Lord. Actually, no, they lost the Lord. The Lord went the way of the side of Vanguard. I actually thought they secured it.
No. Just when you said like Akai is very good when it comes to securing objectives, Uranus just jumped in and secured the Lord before Akai could actually activate the heavy spin. So it was a stolen Lord as very much secured by Uranus. Very much unexpected, but it did work.
Yeah. Now, they're trying to force this turret here in the bot lane, which if I was on Code Red side, I would advise against it. It's just about securing your borders. You're gonna lose a couple of turrets. It is to be expected since you lost the Lord. And this game, like the previous ones, it's got that back and front feel. But now there's a chase down into the back line. They get onto the Angela as well. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off here. But the push happening on the top by the carry and Aurora as they take down the final tier 2 turret. It is kind of even, this game.
It's just like the previous match. It's looking even when in terms of gold lead, just slightly a bit ahead with the 1K lead on the side of Requiem. But already I'm just measuring that there is a potential for Phantom Vanguard to go for a possible comeback if they keep this level of strategic offensive.
Yes. Heavy spin being committed by the Akai, but he's melted down by the light wheels. With all the skills being committed. But there's the Fury of the Phoenix. But however, what the Blitz, he's just going to get melted down, but the Fatal Links comes through. They just don't have the damage to deal with it. Hanabi was going for a push in the top and the mid lane section. And without Hanabi, you just don't have the damage right now. I mean, I'd say there was a little bit of a premature engagement from the side of Code Red, and they've handed a bit of advantage to the side of Phantom Vanguard.
Definitely. I also have to take note on the fact that Kerry is just farming cleanly right now. She has a lot of core items activated. This allows her to come online in just any moment, any given team fight moments. But
yeah, the force play in here, Fury of the Phoenix has been committed, but that's going to be a lot of skills. Now, the Hanabi, she's being hard focused by the Munsithar. It's a shutdown. Otto Blitz is diving into the backline. He does get the passive being plucked up, but Carry is just too hot to handle right now. This could actually be a moment to win. The dive in underneath the turret. Atlas, he's trying to stay survived or alive through all of this. It's a 4-for-1 trade-off. He gets the double kill, but it's the Carry with the minion waves walking in here. The one minion charging in.
No way.
Oh my goodness. Can they get the lock on? This is so close. Frigid Glacier being committed. That minion wave saved them.
Wow, that was a close one. We almost had another repeat of how Requiem lost the first match. It was a near close one, but already Phantom Vanguard has a very clean opportunity to turn this match around.
Yeah. The Carry pick, like I said, right? Or we were saying, they went for the Yuzong before the Carry. Carry was the pick. You can see right now she's online, even though she's 6-4-0, not the best KDA in the world, but the KDA don't matter at this stage in the game. She's got the Trinity build, she's got Wind of Nature as well. There isn't much by way of the sync up of the waves heavy spin being committed, but Uranus, he's not too stressed about that. Atlas into the backline, but he's just being melted through. The Frigid Glacier comes out as a Carry trying to get the turnaround. Oh my goodness, it's a double kill going the way of Hanabi, but the base has been cracked open, so I don't think there's an opportunity to end it just yet. But having taken down the tier 3 turrets, the side of Phantom Vanguard won't be too unhappy about this. Because, to be fair, the longer this game goes on, the more online the side of Phantom Vanguard will be. We're going to need to get a bit of protection onto Hanabi. I'm thinking Hanabi needs to maybe sell the Rose Gold and go for the Winter Crown. I mean, the Wind of Nature. Because, that Wind of Nature is going to save her from the Munsithar, who goes in. There's the full combination. It's a complete melt in here. Carry repositioning, gets another. It's a double. The chase is on. Now, do they have the damage in here? The heavy spin being committed. They trap up the...
We just wear it better. Yeah, heavy expectations, heavy weight to carry. Funny how the strongest ones never look worried. Every round gets tighter, every match gets rough. Everybody says they're ready ain't enough. Whole bracket under tension, whole room on alert. One mistake changes everything, one mistake can hurt. But we've been here before, that's the difference in the end. Some teams meet pressure, we introduce it to our friends. No panic, no fear. This is why we're here. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Watch us turn it up. Pressure on the shoulders. Pressure in the blood. Everybody feels it. We just wear it better. Blue lights,
Black sky,
AFL. Feel the city hold its breath. Everybody play some bets. 32 names in the dark, 32 flames waiting for a spark.
Heavy boots on concrete floors. Every champion wants more. No words, no need to explain. Everybody knows the game.
Look around,
Feel the pressure in the sound.
blue fire in our veins. No fear, no change.
We came too far to turn around. Now the whole world hears the sound.
Blue fire in our eyes.
Nobody here survives on luck.
32 walk through the door.
Only one leaves with enough. Late nights built this legacy. Every scar became a memory. Every loss became a lesson. Every win became a weapon.
See the banners in the blue. Every dream coming into view. One more step, one more climb.
Everybody wants this night.
In time,
Watch the legends come alive.
blue fire in our veins. No fear, no chains.
We came too far to turn around. Now the whole world hears the sound.
Blue fire in our eyes.
Nobody here survives on luck.
32 walk through the door.
Only one leaves with enough.
No kings, no gods who earn their spot. No fate, no chance.
Only those who take a stand.
Blue fire in our veins.
Feel the thunder, feel the rain.
32 came chasing glory.
One will write the final story.
Blue fire in our eyes. Watch the darkness come alive. Tonight we rise.
Blue lights, black sky.
NFL. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Pressure looks good on us. Watch us turn it up. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody talks about pressure like it's something to survive. We treat it like fuel every time we arrive. Big stage, bright lights, whole crowd holding their breath. We don't get nervous, we get dangerous instead. Look, pressure made the diamonds, pressure built the scars. Pressure made the names, now they're hanging from the stars. Everybody wants the moment till the moment gets loud. Then they freeze in the spotlight while we're feeding off the crowd. One shot, one shot, one chance, one chance. One more reason to advance. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Watch us turn it up. Pressure on the shoulders. Pressure in the blood. Everybody feels it. We just wear it better. patience, heavyweight to carry. Funny how the strongest ones never look worried. Every round gets tighter, every match gets rough. Everybody says they're ready till ready ain't enough. Whole bracket under tension, whole room on alert. One mistake changes everything, one mistake can hurt. But we've been here before, that's the difference in the end. Some teams meet pressure, we introduce it to our friends. No panic, no fear. This is why we're here. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Good on us. Pressure looks good on us. Good on us. Watch us turn it up. Pressure on the shoulders. Pressure in the blood. Everybody feels it. We just wear it better. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Blue lights.
Black sky.
AFL. Feel the city hold its breath. Everybody placing bets. 32 names in the dark. 32 flames waiting for a spark.
Heavy boots on concrete floors. Every champion wants more. No words, no need to explain. Everybody knows the game.
Look around.
Feel the pressure in the sound.
Blue fire in our veins. No fear, no chains.
We came too far to turn around. Now the whole world hears the sound.
Blue fire in our eyes.
Nobody here survives on luck.
32 walk through the door.
Only one leaves with enough. Late nights built this legacy. Every scar became a memory. Every loss became a lesson. Every win became a weapon.
See the banners in the blue. Every dream coming into view. One more step, one more climb.
Everybody wants this night.
Hands high.
Watch the legends come alive.
Blue fire in our veins. No fear, no chains.
We came too far to turn around. Now the whole world hears the sound.
Blue fire in our eyes.
Nobody here survives on luck.
32 walk through the door.
Only one leaves with enough.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we've got Immortal Order versus the Home Affairs or Department of Home Affairs. Nonetheless, however you want to see it, whatever easy slaps ways. But in any case, without further ado, we're going to jump in to the drafting phase. Immortal Order with the first pick.
Right. So, this one here, Zoero, I promise you, I'm not going to try to predict the draft for Home Affairs. I've tried many times. I have been baffled and bamboozled. I can't. It's just it's impossible to predict what they're gonna do, which I suppose adds to the entertainment factor of it all.
I dare say indeed. I mean, when you have a tournament like this, you always gotta expect deviancy in the element in some cases, and Home Affairs has been quite that deviancy, really coming off with very deviant, unconventional draft. So I'm just curious, as you are, as to what sort of draft are they going to bring here tonight, as well as Immortal Order with the first ban onto Clint. What do you make of that?
Well, I think maybe they suspect that Home Affairs might want to go for the full marksman lineup. They are known to do some crazy things like that. But they are banning quite normally, you could say, with the Marcel ban coming straight out of the bat.
Well, ironically, sorry, Zoero, let me quickly jump in here. So the Home Affairs, they've already gone full tank, they've gone full support, they've gone full mages, and they had a few matches where they went normal draft. But yeah, I mean, it's either XP jungle or marksman that they still can troll us with.
I think they suspect it's going to be a marksman, but
Is banning.
who knows? Might be a full XP. Because, I mean, they are banning out heroes that can deal with fighters, like Marcel, Zushin. Final ban of the first phase for Immortal Order, I think maybe the carry ban?
Well,
Team is
they went out with the hero ban.
Yeah, well, that's a hero, even if it's going to be, you know, a full MM pick or something like that. That's not a hero that you want to leave open in anybody's hands ever.
Truly. But can we really respect the sequence of bans coming off on the side of Immortal Order? They just banned out Clint as well as Moscow, really in suspecting that the opposition could go for a full MM lineup. I don't know, like in a pro scene like this, you kind of would want to just go for a more serious bans, and I did like the Paquito ban on that side.
Yeah. True. So now, first pick coming through for the side of IO. What are they going to be locking onto? That's the question.
Indeed, that is the
Personally,
question.
Personally, I'd actually think of going for a Hilda first pick.
Hilda first pick, let me see. Well, this is not dangerous grass, but I'm not so certain. Could Hilda first pick really be that a massive advantage on the side?
So you know that they're going to go for a little bit of a stranger draft, right? And having Hilda, if you're going to be a bit too squishy, you know, Hilda is just going to be running into that backline, causing problems. Really devastating. So let's get to see. And a Zetian pick coming through. Home Affairs throwing us for a loop here, because this is not an all of anything kind of thing. They've got Zetian and Ixia who actually combine with one another. What is going on here?
I definitely ill advise against picking Ixia early on, but it's already been registered to them that Harith is likely to be faced against in gold. So I'm guessing the Ixia pick could be a response to the Harith pick there.
Yeah, just to maybe throw in some sustain and range the Harith, or outrange the Harith, because Ixia does have quite a bit of range, and at the same time can combine with Zetian, Fury of the Phoenix, into the full barrage.
Indeed, especially if they could also plug in Atlas, but instead Atlas is getting locked on by Immortal Order. This could be a very interesting lineup.
Is banning.
It is, as the first phase of picks are done. I'm liking the Atlas God combination. That's a pretty strong combo. Lots of magic damage, however. So let's see in the second phase what's gonna happen.
Is banning.
Maybe are we gonna possibly see another tank jungle come through for the side of IO? Because I mean, Akai is still available. Fred as well. Fred into this lineup won't be too bad.
It certainly won't be too bad if they could actually bring out a utility jungler there. I mean, Akai has been quite the malice so far in this tournament, I will just go ahead and just log on to Akai there. But the addition to either getting Fredrin could also be a very functional synergy with Atlas, as well as, well, Borg. It could go for any powerful, just incredibly destructive crowd control element on the side of Immortal Order.
Yeah. True, very true. But it looks like
Your
Home
team
Affairs have
is
also thrown IO for a loop, right? Because now you can see they're actually considering what bands to go for right now. They're thinking, whereas they went for the double band right off the bat, now they actually need to think. Home Affairs threw us all for a loop.
Yes, I'm thinking right now that Home Affairs is kind of just going for a very decent lineup so far. Not the whole unconventional ones, but so far I can just very much see that the synergy with Carmella and Exia goes hard. It's very devastating if it connects well. But I'm just measuring right now that Immortal Order is going to have a comfortable early game aggression. The synergy with Gorg and Atlas, as you said, is quite the malicious combination. But I'm very curious to see what they're going to log on the side of Immortal Order right now.
Yeah. Look, Lapo is good into pretty much most XP laners. He's one of those picks that I feel should be. We should see a lot more Lapo plays. Though, I mean, we don't really get to do that. Utah hovering around Belmont, who has that, potential to go in with, or be considered sort of a tank jungle, sort of. He's like a semi-tank. He's quite tanky, right? And does have a decent amount of damage output. But Home Affairs have the Camilla. So Camilla is excellent at dealing with these kinds of compositions and synergizes well with Zetian. It all comes down to this final pick, and will we see a Dairath jungle? I haven't seen that in a very long time.
I mean, Dairath can be extremely brutal against Belmont. I did see that happen just a few months back, but overall, the lock onto Guinevere is, I can say it's pretty decent so far. I'm not entirely sure, but it could work.
Yeah. I actually like that. I'm loving the Guinevere pick. You can see that Shrooms is just hovering around whether to go for Purify or Flicker, but I mean, Purify is the obvious spell. Though I think Guinevere's target's probably going to be the Belmont.
Yes, the Belmont does fall short on that. It can really work. Like, the Guinevere lock onto Belmont really can just be a counter engage element. It's just going to boil down to how things are executed.
True. As the teams are readying up and loading into the game, this is game number 1. Immortal Order up against Home Affairs. Both teams needing the points, and well, into game number 1 we go. As I hand you over to Zoero and Skapskenko as they'll take us through this match.
Well, holy whisker biscuits, I actually cannot believe it. Home Affairs actually trolling us for once and actually picks up a proper draft. So, let's see if Shroomsy and Co. actually falls into Home Affairs statistics and become one of the teams that loses against Home Affairs. But look, IO definitely has the stronger draft for me, but it definitely comes down to how Home Affairs is going to fare in the team fights. I mean, they do have a Camilla, they do have a Zetian, and they do have a very strong Ruby. So a lot of crowd control and CC in the favor of Home Affairs right now. As we do see, the engagement is currently on to Exia. Harry Potter, will he be the first blood? Oh! Flicker play as he does take down the Harith as Atlas. Zentaro secures the revenge kill onto Harry Potter. That's a 1-for-1 exchange. Alright, as we do see in the mid lane, the engagement continues between IO and Home Affairs. We do see the stun comes in from Shroomsy, will we see Carmilla going in for that engagement? Zetien doing a lot of damage onto Gord. Will Gord get caught out, or will it be Carmilla that gets taken down by the Atlas? Both getting forced to recall, as we do see Zenjiro coming for the rotation onto Kami, but she's sustaining through a lot of damage. I mean, oh boy.
I mean, I have to say, like, the draft on the side of Home Affairs is pretty solid, not the usual one you expect. So I'm thinking like this could very well be a very nearly even match, depending on how both teams execute their skills. So I'm kind of curious to see how things will go going forward.
Well, we do see the engagement is currently onto Muffin as she does get stunned up under the tier 1 turret. But Harith will be a slippery customer. Good. Just looking through that bush and not catching on to Guinevere. But look, Gogeta used to be an IO, so I mean, these two teams, they do know one another quite well. As we do see, Zentaro does take a lot of damage coming in from the Zeti, and they need to respect this. But Ruby steals the first turtle of the match. Lapu Lapu, the bravest fighter, onto the back line, misses the Zekian so closely, but Mr. Nobody with the not getting commit. Oh, he doesn't have the I'm offended. But yeah, no trade-off so far. First turtle of the match does go in favor of Home Affairs.
Definitely. It was surprising to see like Ruby just stealing in the turtle there. Even the fact that Utah, the Belmont here had retribution early, but it was committed quite early, which allowed Ruby to take the turtle.
Yeah, as we did see, the Mystic Gush was committed. Atlas just scouting out the Camilla right now. Camilla does get stunned up and does take some damage from the Atlas. However, Harith will continue with the damage onto the Camilla, but no avail just yet. Both teams pretty much still feeling out one another, just waiting for whichever side to just take the misstep. As we do see Shrooms is going to rotate. The Curse of Blood does land, but Bellman secures the kill with... Oh, no, the Lethal Justice has not been... Lethal Counter, my bad, has not been committed onto the Camilla. So, I mean, the Lethal Counter will still be into the play. That's a 1-0 exchange going in favor of Immortal Order.
Yes, that was an impressive display right there by Atlas, really proccing onto the passive from Zeshin.
We do see the bravest fighter has been committed with the Mystic Gush. Zetian gets taken down, but we do see the spatial migration with the Violent Requiem getting committed, and that's all. Fatal Links has been played, and it's only the Gord being taken down. So both majors getting taken down in that team fight exchange. We do see Bauman going onto the Guinevere, does secure the lethal counter onto the Guinevere. That makes that a 2-for-1 exchange going in favor of Immortal Order. As we do see, Bauman does get stunned up. He's in a lot of hot water. He does use his Spinneruski. As we do see the... Oh, full barrage has been committed from Exia, picking up a double kill onto the Lapu Lapu and onto the Bauman. That's a 2-for-0 exchange going in favor of Home Affairs.
So far, the match is looking pretty even so far. You cannot just take any favoritism because, like, neither team is dominating the other. It's just gonna boils down to how things go on.
Oh, Zaman Falls has been committed from the Harith. Mystic Gush into the play as well. Fatal Links does land onto Gogeta. Will the Guinevere get caught out? Yes, sir. As Muffin picks up the kill onto Guinevere. That's a 1-for-0 exchange going in favor of Io. Second turtle of this match has spawned up and is ready for the taking. Which team will take it?
Which team will definitely take it? As we do see, like, right now, Belmont already starting the turtle, but Carmela has vision on that. As we do see, that, like, Ixia really devastating the back line right now.
Oh, what a nice stun coming in from Shunzi. It allows the Zaman Force and Harith to pick up the kill onto Exia. That's the second turtle of the match going in favor of Io. Currently, we do see Belmont onto the back line. Mr. Gush has been committed and Shunzi secures the kill onto Guinevere. This will be an engage onto the blue buff coming in from Io. Will this be a successful invade, or will Zetian actually steal this blue buff? Oh, she does! Zetian did steal the blue buff away from the Belmont. Oh, unsuccessful jungle invaders. We do see Atlas going for the engagement onto next in line. The bravest fighter has been committed onto the Camilla. That is Camilla taken out for the count.
Indeed. This is turning out to be quite an interesting match so far. Home Affairs is, I would say, they are pretty much locked in. They have a decent draw, but I can also measure that Immortal Order has quite the offensive power. They already secured the second turtle of the match, but already I'm thinking that in some capacity, if they can show some level of discipline, Immortal Order has a very strong chance of taking this match.
Well, I mean, we did see Harris taking down the XCR into the bot lane. As we do see, Bellman goes in for the engagement. The spatial migration with the Violet Requiem has been committed onto the Bellman. However, we do see Bellman continuing that engagement. Bravest fighter, just slightly off the mark. As we do see Atlas coming in for the rotation. Will we see the continuation as the Curse of Blood does land? Spirit of the Phoenix into the mix as well. And oh my golly gosh, this is a full-on brawl as Zentaro gets taken down, and that's a double kill getting picked up for the Guinevere. The chase is currently onto Gord as we do see the full barrage coming in from the Exia. That is Gord going to get stuck under the tier 2 turret. Will we see Guinevere chase this Gord right now? Whew. No, Zetian picks up the kill onto Shroomsy. That is a 3-0 exchange going in favor of Home Affairs. So just past the 7-minute mark, it's 2 kills advantage going in favor of Io. And it's a 2.4k gold lead as well in favor of Io. Third and final turtle has spawned.
Third and final turtle has spawned. I kind of have to like how both teams are really just taking this match a bit very much serious. And already the turtle.
Well, in any case, third and final turtle did go in favor of Home Affairs. And it's only the Zetian that got taken down. Wait. It did go in favor of Home Affairs. So 2 turtles in total for Home Affairs and 1 turtle for IO. Home Affairs definitely taking this match serious. So let's see how it's going to play out as we do see Bellman and Atlas engaging onto the XG. Fatal Links does land onto 2. The bravest fights into the mix as well as we do see the lethal counter coming in from Bellman. That is currently a double kill. That's a 3-0 exchange going in favor of IO.
That was a beautiful engagement there by Atlas, really locking onto 2 units, really combined with the Mystic Gush. That was an absolute ruthless offensive power on the side of Immortal Order. I just liked that kind of synergy. It was so well done. Let's see whether they can commit to a possible outer turret takedown.
Yeah, Zaman Force getting committed from the Harith and securing the kill onto Guinevere, as well as a tier 2 turret in the bot lane. Lethal counter coming in from the Bellman. And that is Ruby out for the count for the next team fight. Alright, 2-0 exchange going in favor of Io. This is looking in favor of Io right now with a 5k gold lead. As we do see Atlas jumping onto the back line. The Fatal Links does land onto the Exia. Curse of Blood has been committed, but the Siren Force is into the mix. Will we see next in line getting taken down? Camilla currently sustaining through everything. Mystic Gush has been committed from the Gord, but that's a double kill getting picked up by the Harith, as that's a 2-0 exchange going in favor of Io.
Indeed, it's looking like so far Immortal Order has a very strengthened combat. I kind of wish that in some capacity that Home Affairs will show some element of resilience, especially considering how ruthless Immortal Order has been in this lineup. They just go with very strategic team fights, as we do see possible engagements.
Yeah, Camilla jumping onto the back line, right, does get stunned up by the Gord. Look, the winning condition for Home Affairs will be the Exia. They need to get this Exia to scale, as we do see the Curse of Blood does land onto 2. The Link has been up, full barrage into the play, and that is currently a 2-0 exchange going in favor of Home Affairs. I mean, my words weren't even cold yet. I mean, like I said, the Exia is the winning condition for Home Affairs. I mean, they've got a lot of set potential for the Exia, but Harry Potter needs to play very disciplined. He cannot be in the front line. He needs to play this as a support MM right now. And when I say support MM, before anyone slaughters me or throws me with stones, he needs to keep his distance and not get picked off. As we do see, Zaman Force has been committed from the Harith. Gogeta taking a lot of damage from the Harith, but Gogeta will escape. However, we do see Zinjiro with the Lapu Lapu coming in as well. And that is a stun on to next online. But oh my golly god, full barrage getting committed from the Exia. Harith gets caught out, but Exia gets the kill onto Atlas. Lapu Lapu does jump onto the Exia. Will the Exia actually get caught out right now? That's a double kill getting picked up for the Harith, and that is Lapu Lapu onto the back line. Successful. That's a full team wipeout. Aya, why are we going for Lord? You've got Any case, GG's well played. Full team wipe. That was a lot of advantage that they could have actually picked up there. 2 minion waves, and yeah. First tier 3
I do
turret.
like how. Yes, I do like how the Bravest Fighter was used to just compromise Ixia, because Ixia was in a, I would say, very good spot, but the jump in by Lapu Lapu was very much well done, really securing the kill onto Ixia. Beautiful performance, I would say.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, beautiful plays coming from Io. I just feel they could have gotten a second tier 3 turret as well. But nonetheless, it's to the 12-minute mark. It's 12 kills advantage, and it's a 9k gold lead as well. Io in a very, very beautiful position right now. It's just the wave management that is on point. There we go.
Yes, the zones are very. The wave is very much on sync right now. Let's see whether they can take down the base turret.
Well, let's see. I mean, Lord and Belmont is into the base right now. Io losing 2 waves, unfortunately, but they will focus with this Lord. Can Home Affairs actually get the defense up and running, guys? The Curse of Blood does not land onto anyone. Fear of the Phoenix lands onto 4. All right. This could be potential successful defense. Fatal Links lands onto 2. The Mystic Gush and Full Barrage has been committed. It's a double kill currently for Shroomsy. As Full Barrage, the XCL does pick up a double kill as well. It's a 4-for-2 exchange going in favor of Io. Io can definitely end this match right now.
Yeah, it's a strong ending angle as they will turret base log. Ooh.
Yeah, GG's well played. First match of the series going in favor of Immortal Order.
Beautiful performance by Immortal Order there. They really showcased their absolute offensive strength.
Yeah,
they really did well.
MVP going to the Camilla next in line, but the MVP of this first match going in favor of Muffin with a Harith 9, 1, and 7. Alright, let me just quickly switch everything around as we're going to jump into the second match right now.
Yeah, very strong performance by Io in the first game, finishing the game off in 13 minutes and 6 seconds as we're heading into game number 2 between these two teams. Players will be readying up. The API will be readying up. Everything is readying up. Will we see Immortal Order clutch this out 2-0, or will Home Affairs drag the series even 1-1 as we head into game number 2 to find out?
I mean, I have to say, it was nice to see Home Affairs really going for a very conventional draft. But despite that, Immortal Order still was absolutely dominant in their lineup. They was just very well calculated during team fights, the backline engagement, everything was well spot on, and they managed to end very much well done on the side of Immortal Order.
Yeah. Well, Home Affairs, as we know, they play the game for fun. They tend to like to have a lot of fun when they're playing. So sometimes switching your lineup from your usual play style into something else can, it takes a little bit of an adjustment in terms of team synergy, etc. But we're heading into this second game. The Harith and Beatrix bans, it looks like they're focusing the gold lane. Actually, both teams are focusing the gold lane. There's 4 gold lane bans.
Oh my goodness. Well, what is this banishments right now? Both teams just going off with gold lane bans. That's so
let me quickly make a prediction here. If Home Affairs bans out, okay, never mind. I wanted to say they're either going to float this and go for full XP or jungle pick, but just reflecting the 1-1, that makes my prediction incorrect as well.
Well, maybe they're going to go for a full MM pick. Maybe they're going to throw us off once more. Who knows? Anything can happen here.
Definitely, anything can happen. I mean, like, they already... Ooh, the Kadita pick. I mean, that's not bad, right? It's pretty solid.
It is. But Paquito is still open. That's the thing. Or was still open. It took a few seconds for it not to be open anymore.
Yes, a very good pick on the side of Immortal Order. picking the Bakiro, a very devastating hero. Very well done. Let's see what Utah is going to pick.
Yeah. Well, you might want to go with your mage pick next, just sort of to match up. Or even since there's so many gold lane bans, you might want to try to pick up your gold laner pretty early on.
Ooh.
Your team is picking.
And Shrimsy locking on to Yves there. That can work definitely. It does already showcase a possible early game aggression, but looking at this, looks like Harry Potter is gonna log on to Natalia, so we cannot make any Natalia jokes on this. So
yeah, no Natalia jokes. Though, look, I'll say this much about Natalia. Right?
Yes.
Natalia is not the best at dealing with early game pressure, granted. But once it heads past like the 12-minute mark and she gets those items, if you're a squishy, you're in real danger. Oh my word. Personally, I'd be saying if I was Ayo, it'd be nice to pick up that Belmont once more. He can provide the back, even Beleric, provide some amount of backline protection for the team, because he's gonna have to save the Wrath of Dryads for that, because it's a Natalia and it's a Saber.
Definitely, the Beleric pick there is very decently good. It can work against Natalia there, especially also considering that the opposition picking the Saber, already just exposing them as kind of squishy. So I would consider them to just go for perhaps an extremely strong tanky XP. But of course, this is Home Affairs. They like to play it unconventional. So I'm kind of curious to know what exactly are they going to pick next, because they need a tank.
Well, if I was the side of Io, right, I'd be going straight tank myself. I'd be like, okay, let's pick up the Kai, and let's pick up maybe the Ruby for the gold lane, or just like straight out tank. You'd have no worries in the world.
I mean, okay, why are they banning out marksmen, like so many of them? Like just banning carry, banning. What is this series of bans that we see from Home Affairs right now?
Well, I have given up trying to figure out their banning strategy. Straight out given up long ago. So I go with it.
So there is no logic behind it. Then it's just there happening.
Yeah. And Yin, not a bad pick, right? In terms of like potential securing of anything, but it looks like, as Scarpy said, it's going to be a full assassin lineup.
I don't know. The Yin pick is pretty bad in my opinion, especially when facing up against Barats. We also have someone like Beleric as well. He doesn't really go well against tanky opponents, but already in addition to that, we also see Aldios, who is a very, very, very rare pick in both rank and tournaments.
Yeah, he's too late game in terms of scaling potential, and you can see Io just going heavy tank draft. How you expect that? You've got like solid front lines. You're not really going to need an MM in this particular matchup, as the teams are just getting their skins up and ready.
I mean, because they banned the marksman, so how could they?
I mean, there is a couple of marksmen which still a good pick, right? But why would you into an assassin lineup?
True. But let's see how things will go, especially with Natalia. Home Affairs have no clean frontliner, because I cannot count Natalia as a frontliner at all. But maybe Aldius if we go a full tanky build, but we'll see how things are be executed.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, as we go straight from the drafting screen into the pause screen. As the players are, somebody's having some issues. Typical Home Affairs stuff. Typical for Home Affairs. System is offline.
No.
I think it's because of the no retribution. Home Affairs saying it's
Oh.
fine.
Yeah, there's no retribution.
This is gonna be entertaining. Not gonna lie. But let me hand you over to
Oh my
Zuero and
God.
Skirko as they take us through this very interesting matchup.
Well, the question is, will Immortal Order take this in a clean sweep fashion, or will Home Affairs take us into a stalemate and pick up a draw? I mean, we have seen them picking up a draw in previous sessions, so it's not impossible, and we have seen teams picking up Ws without retribution. So, yeah, let's see how it plays out. But look, if we're looking at the drafts, I am going to favor IO. With regards to the drafts, I mean, that is pretty much self-explanatory. But let's see. Oh my gosh! Ruby taking a lot of damage from the Saber. But the first blood going to Eve as Natalia gets the return onto Ruby. That's a 1-for-1 exchange.
I'm not even sure this. Like, it's so deviant for them to continue this match with Tari jungler. I mean, and jungler is the core for the team. They, in very well certainty, they have lost a lot of chances of success. It's gonna be an ugly match, I dare say, for them.
We do see Io coming for the jungle invade onto the blue buff. There's no real contention coming in for the side of Home Affairs. But look, it seems like they're going to go for this continuous 2-2-1 split play to get the ganks onto certain lasers. We do see the engagement is currently onto Paquito. Paquito does secure the kill onto Aldous. Harry Botta nearly catching the Paquito with the Natalia. However, Zenjiro will get forced back.
I really don't see any chance, because like this is going to be a considered turtle. There is just absolutely no way they're gonna get any neutral objective without just a retribution at all. So favor is not on the side of Home Affairs. This is gonna be a easy cruise. Like, I'm just foreseeing that Immortal is just gonna cruise this win.
Well, I wouldn't count that Home Affairs just yet, Zuero. But in any case, no roam boots for the side of Home Affairs. Oh wait, let's just quickly. Oh, it's only the Natalia that picked up the roaming boots. But the first hurdle of the match does go in favor of Io, as we do see Kadita getting taken down, and Io coming for the wraparound plays. They're not even going for. Okay, there we go. Going for the red buff right now. I mean, if I was Barats, I would definitely utilize on the enemy's jungle, because that should give him level 10 at the 6-minute mark. As well, the flicker getting forced out by Ruby. Harry Botta with the Natalia nearly catching the Ruby. Aldous with the ult, but he does get caught out, as we do see the Might Turn has been with from the Yin slightly off the mark. Will Belleric actually win this engagement? The combo's coming in from Yin, but Mr. Nobody gets caught out by the tier 1 turret. It is currently 5-for-1. 4 kills advantage going in favor of IO and a 3k gold lead.
I mean, like, this is a draft that's just screaming just auto lose. But overall, I cannot just disagree against it. But it's just Immortal Order. They can easily just cruise into the opposition's jungle. They can just take as much jungle as they want, because like they don't have retribution. It's just unconventional and yet committed to. So I don't know, like.
Yeah, well, let's see, as Mr. Nobody, he gets caught out by the Daytona Blast. Will he get caught out? Yes, sir! Yin getting taken down. That's a 1-for-0 exchange going in favor of IO.
Indeed. As we right now into the 20-second mark before the... Ooh, and Natalia there on the kill onto Eve. That was a very smart play. Quite unexpected, but it was extremely well done. I can comment that in some capacity that Eve was kind of a bit overextending, as we do see strong engagement with Natalia in top lane. Deals a lot of damage, but forcing to exit.
Yeah, well, Kadito not closing that gap onto the Ruby. Ruby is still up, but the I'm Offended is not up for grabs in favor of IO as well. Well, we do see the triple sweep does land onto Barrage. However, the shutdown kill coming onto the Natalia. As we do see the RWM getting committed from the Eve, and oh my gosh! That is Mr. Nobody saying, well, getting said, yeah, you're a nobody, you get sent back to base. So get your youth back at the fountain of youth.
And this is going to be a turtle without an obvious contestant. It's just, I'm just seeing that Immortal is just going to easily cruise this win. And if in some capacity they allow the 8-minute mark Lord to spawn, they could potentially end this match very, very early.
Yeah, well, we do see the IO taking the second Lord off, Turtle of the match and getting a pick-off kill onto Saber. Right, they do have a tier 1 turret currently down. They can definitely force a second one in the mid lane. And they'd push for the bot lane as well. But in any case, blue buff invade once more coming in from IO. This is full match advantage. That's a 6k gold lead currently in favor of IO and a 6 kill lead. As we do see the I'm Offended does land onto Yin, and that's a 1-0 exchange going in favor of IO.
Indeed, as we also see strong engagement possibly onto Paquito there, but forcing to use the flicker in order to evade harm's way. Ooh.
Well, I mean, we do see the rotation onto... Oh, Aldous picking up a kill onto the Baratsas, and Natalia getting caught out at the mid lane. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange. Barats just unfortunately falling in the bot lane.
Yeah, he took a lot of true damage from the turret.
Every time you say Natalia, it makes me laugh.
Well, bro, what can we say? There is actually a Harry Potter playing the Natalia at this moment. So, third and final tier 1 turret getting taken down in favor of IO as well. It's a killing spree getting picked up by the Ruby. And, yeah, that's a Yin out for the count once more.
Ooh. Aldius with the ultimate having to cancel it, knowing that there could be potential danger there, as IO locking onto the tier 2 turret right now.
Oh, Ruby with a kill onto Kadita. As we do see the triple sweep has been committed, and that's a killing spree currently for the Eve. That's a double kill getting picked up by Shoomzy as the RWM has been committed. That's a 3-for-0 exchange going in favor of IO. As we triple kill for Shoomzy as well, Yin just running out into no man's land and getting caught out by the Eve. So, seems like IO is going to leave this third and final turtle to change and spawn into the first Lord of the match, as the Holy Shield has been procced in the top lane and potentially the mid lane as well.
No, not the mid lane. I do see that the strategy on the side of Immortal Order really just going for the 8-minute mark. Lord really just going for a possible ending angle on an early side.
The Myton has been committed onto Eve combo just slightly off the mark, as the Eve, Yin getting taken down just after the Myton has ended. And that is Holy Shield in the mid lane popped as well. Alright, so it's a 15 kills advantage going in favor of IO. They can secure a tier 3 turret if they just focus onto it, and that should be it. Oh, and beautiful I'm Offended coming in from the Ruby onto the Kadita, as Kadita just gets slaughtered and deleted. I mean, golly gosh. Omafez is pretty much just running in for this. But look, IO is in a very beautiful condition or position to get the quickest match of AFL ever. As when you see the triple sweep does get committed, but Ruby takes down the Saber. Will IO actually do this, as we do see the RWM getting committed and lands on TV? Oh my gosh. The charge up coming in from Barats. They don't blast onto the Kadita. The Falcon catches him. IO, are you actually going to throw this? The record for the quickest match is 9 minutes and 44 seconds. IO had the advantage to break that, and well, GG's. Let's blame it on Barat. No, let's blame it on Barat. But in any case, rough waves coming in from Kadita. Triple sweep getting committed from the Saber onto Zentaro. Kadita onto the back line as we do see the My Turn does land onto Belleric. It's currently Belleric getting taken down. And GG's. Oh, a shutdown kill coming in from the Natalia onto Eve. That's a 2-0 exchange going in favor of Home Affairs.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, Immortal Order had a very strong ending right there, but just really just prioritize getting kills instead of ending. And we do see the Armor Fender getting committed onto Yin, and that's Ruby securing the kill onto Yin.
Yeah, well, Paquito will escape with 1 HP, but nonetheless, look, beautiful plays coming in from both sides. But look, Home Affairs, IO needs to be careful of Home Affairs because, I mean, if they're going to reach into this late game, I do feel that the Assassins can actually have a good time, especially getting their combo plays in, because you can see they're starting to do a lot of damage. Triple sweep does land onto the Barat.
Ooh, that was a neat close one, but I can't really just support Saber just ulting barrage. Of all
Recall
enemies.
spam onto my Natalia. Let me one shot you real quick, and right there, Shroomsy just getting taken down whilst he was recall spamming. Oh, flicker play coming in. The I'm offended does land in from the Ruby. That's a triple kill. Will we see it? Ah! No, we won't see Muffin with a Maniac onto the Kadita. Kadita will not allow it. He's lucky. Oh,
Indeed.
wait, what? Will Natalia allow it? Unstoppable. No Maniac. But IO coming into the base onto Home Affairs. Flicker plays coming in from the Paquito. Kadita does use her second skill, but Aldous just pretty much saying, I'm going to slap for this Paquito. But Daytona Blast coming in from the Barat. Yuta taking a lot of damage as the Saber does pick up the kill onto Barat. It's a 3-for-1 exchange. My Turn has been committed onto the Belleric. Will the Belleric get taken down low and allow the rest of the team to get the kill onto the Belleric? Ah, there we go. Rough waves coming in from the Kadita. Will Belleric get taken down? Saber losing that battle against the Belleric. Saber pretty much
And Aldous
saying,
giving chase.
yeah, I mean, like, Gogito's probably swearing onto and the Natalia not helping me. Like, where was the Natalia to help the Saber to take down the Belleric? But, yeah, Aldous did use his ult onto the Eve, but Eve winning that battle, 1v1 situation onto the Aldous.
Indeed, indeed. And Paquito securing the kill onto Natalia. What a thunderous damage that was. Beautiful kill by on the side of Immortal Order. They have a strong ending angle, but it doesn't seem like they're that interested to end quickly. They're just here to just cruise in, get kills.
Oh, as well, we do see Saber getting the kill onto Eve, and that's Zinjaro getting the kill onto Saber. It's a 1-for-1 exchange right now. Rough Waves getting committed from the Kadita. Kadita not having that full amount of damage just yet. But let's see. Home Affairs setting up for the next line of defense.
I mean, the minions are yet to arrive.
Oh, that flicker. I'm offended coming in from Ruby as Natalia secures the kill onto Ruby. Paquito gets a return onto the onto the Natalia. Paquito gets a return onto the Natalia. That's a 2-for-2 exchange. Well, you're going even Stevens, never evens.
I mean, the goal difference is not that significant at this point. It's just 3k deficit on the side of Home Affairs. But Aldous with the ultimate connecting onto, oh, a thunderous punch there, but another flicker combo. An impressive display by Aldous. They're really, really coming online with such heavy damage.
Yeah, as we do see, the My Turn has been committed from the Yin onto Eve. Shroomsy just pretty much kiting all of the damage from the Yin, but the Yin will get caught out by the Sky Piercer from the Eve. Oh, Shroomsy with a clutch plays. As we do see, the triple sweep does land onto Eve. Just not enough damage. Natalia jumps in and gets the kill onto Eve. That's a 2-for-1 exchange going in favor of Home Affairs.
Indeed, indeed. It looks like at this point, Immortal Order will prioritize a lot to take down. As we do see Natalia engaging onto Baraz with a thunderous damage, but the Dryads has been used to take down a Natalia there. This will be a Lord without a jungler on both teams, so let's see how things will play out.
No, well, it does not seem like Home Affairs wants to come in for this Lord. Opting to go for the Litho rather, as Ruby does secure the second Lord of this match for IO.
Indeed, indeed. It does appear like the Lord has spawned in. This is a potential ending angle for Immortal Order. They have a tsunami of minions on their side. So let's see how
Triple
things...
sweep lands onto the Eve. Will the Eve get caught up? Paquito gets the return and double kill onto the Aldous and onto the Saber. Natalia gets the kill onto Eve. The Lord is still up. Will be charging into the bases. Fiduci Ruby getting the kill onto Natalia. That's a shutdown kill for the Ruby. That's a double kill, triple kill, and GG's well played. IO taking this match in a 2-0, and that's a clean sweep for 3 points going in favor of Immortal Order. GG's well played. Mr. Nobody picking a big fat chocolate 3.0. Haribata picking up the MVP with the Nadalia, and Zentaro picking up the MVP with the Bellaric.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting last game.
Very interesting last game. I mean, like, Immortal Order had a decent chance to end, but they were not interested in ending. They just wanted to get more kills, have more fun until they secured the Lord and immediate that ending.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes we forget with all the tournaments and things that are going on that it's a game and we should have fun.
Yeah, valid
I mean, this
point.
game was meant to be fun.
Yes, 100%. And I mean, look, we do have a player leaderboard on our website. So, I mean, players definitely chasing to get their rankings up on that leaderboard. And I mean, looking at the Muffins, 17 kills, and Enduro's 10 kills, and Shroomsy's 12 kills. I mean, that will change things a little bit on the leaderboard for the players. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, on that bombshell from the Waylander Gaming team and crew is going to be goodbye and good night. Please join us again tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe.